take off a couple of heads a night. Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Thought can I fuck on my energy? Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please. I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earths?
Does he know we can't hear him?
Mightiest.
I don't know if
It's
he's
your boy
there.
Ernie, Blerd without fear. Got my homies Robo.
I can see him talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you can't see him?
huh?
Yeah, I see me, I see you, and I see him going in.
Oh shit! There, now I see him.
Yeah.
This is so
But I don't hear
weird because
I don't hear him at all.
Well-
Not today. Not today.
We might be coming over on the stream.
no. Well, I was gonna say
There he is. There
I
he
was-
is.
Well, y'all couldn't hear me because of the way I had it set up, but yes. I guess let's start the intro over again because Cypher talked all the way over it.
Damn.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? Again, it's your boy Ernie, Blerd without fear. Got the homie, Robo of Left Face TV, and the interrupter Cypher of Just Chris Cypher.
That didn't go hard though. The interrupter. I fucked with it.
Welcome to episode 27 of the Nerds of Culture podcast. We are here. We're back. I apologize because we had to start a little bit later because I forgot that when we were setting all this up, I wasn't thinking about time frames. And I was also not thinking about time zones. And here we are. I was hanging out over with Dave Busey of Comic Book Herald talking about the end of the Krakoan X-Men era. And now we're going to be here talking about something that has nothing to do with that at all. Nothing to do with that at all. Nothing.
So what I heard was that you were hanging out with your real friends, and we said fuck these guys, and you know
Hey, Robo,
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry a little. I'm gonna go cry to myself a little bit. I rock myself to sleep sometimes.
Look, I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. We've got let's see, what do we got going on here? You know we don't have. We have the let's kill that. We have chat now, or at least I have chat now. I don't know about anybody else, but you know.
Yeah, I got it. Are we live on?
Yes.
Why
Yes,
is
we
it
are.
saying offline? Let's see. Refresh. Maybe that's why I got to do it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you gotta
refreshed. I'm
yeah,
refreshed.
you
Yeah.
gotta see. Look at you. Oh wait,
Making you
guys,
second guess yourself. Oh, I'm sorry.
wait, hold on,
Damn.
wait, let me see
Damn,
something.
that is two back to back, bros.
Oh, you
Hanging
know
out with his real
why?
friends and
Because-
not being prepared.
Well, hold on real quick. Yeah, I had to fix that with my audio interface for whatever reason. Windows likes changing my volume, so I apologize. But yes,
Hey, that's different. I'm loud now. Hold up.
well, yeah,
I'm-
y'all were significantly louder than me. My mic got cut down by 45%. So,
Well, how are my levels when I talk? Because I if you set them up from the last stream, I was messing with my mic yesterday, so it should be way louder than it's usually.
Oh yeah, you are
Yeah.
significantly louder than I think either one of us.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring y'all down. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Here's what I'm gonna bring you down a taste
There you go.
on my side. We're gonna put you. I'm put you.
Give me in
You're at
yellow.
100. I'm
Give me
put
in
you.
yellow.
I got you at 75. So
75 is it.
there you
That's
go.
it.
There you go. Manny just said
ChatGPT
loud.
said to do that.
You for about ChatGPT?
Yes.
Okay, says we're all
I'm-
good now.
I'm
Okay.
sleeping on ChatGPT, bro.
So,
Goddamn.
I mean, ChatGPT is ChatGPT.
Hey, it's my new Google.
I mean,
I
it
don't
does
even
know
care-
stuff.
I don't even care if it's wrong. If ChatGPT says it, it's right.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so that's it. Just for I guess everybody's edification, to know what the hell it is that we're doing here.
Let me Google edification real quick.
Yeah, you're good. But no, we are basically going to be talking about some things that are kind of funny the way that it all rolled out. This was actually a topic that got suggested by Robo, and it was because of some recent events that have occurred. Speaking of recent events, I want to give shout out over on the Twitch side to Horrendous Acts. Who's just recently followed us over here, over on the Twitch side of things. You know how it goes. You know how that is. But also, I wanted to point out something that it was a little thing that occurred over the Memorial Day weekend, which also, by the way, hope everyone had a safe holiday. And didn't do anything too crazy. Yeah.
Wait, are people supposed to thank me for my service on Memorial Day, or that's only if I die?
I think that's only if you died.
Yeah, cool. Never mind. Proceed.
You're still here. You're still with us. You're still
Almost.
with us.
Wait, do I need to die twice?
No, not at all. No.
Look at that Robo.
No.
Technically speaking, you have brain activity.
Hey, yay! That was JH over there. Hey, dude, I appreciate that. Well, once again, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, we dual stream everything here on YouTube and Twitch. I've actually kind of romanced the idea of streaming over to TikTok as well.
TikTok.
Yeah, not Facebook. Facebook is for the streets. Facebook is for the
I
streets.
forgot.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Damn.
Ooh,
They did you dirty.
Wait, hold on,
dude. Okay.
Don't we gotta change the format for that? Oh, sorry, go ahead. You guys are talking about important shit.
Huh?
No, because I was gonna say, don't we gotta change the video format?
Yeah, he's got the plugin for it too.
Yeah, I got the plugin for it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a plugin. Clearly.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna stop talking this stream. Okay, I'm just gonna play on my phone.
He's like, man, look, I got games on my phone. Okay, don't fuck with me. No, all fuckery aside. It's all fun and games. But we're probably gonna. I don't know exactly when this will happen. I'm hoping maybe by next week, maybe we can test the waters on that, because I have the ability to stream on TikTok. I just don't use it. But
it's a different world. Like, it's like a whole different culture over there. Like,
yeah. First off, no glizzies. Yeah. No glizzies. I'm not going to thank anybody for the glizzy. I'm not going to be doing... There's not going to be any Nerds of Culture NPC streams. Don't look for it, okay? Just don't.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the rainbow. Thank you for the spaceship.
Meow. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
Hold on. Hear me out. I know we're all about principle and shit. How much do we need to make for us to do that shit?
Okay. Real talk. If we were pulling in like at least if it was like $1,000 a stream.
I was about to say if we broke 1,000 on a deal.
Yeah,
I would do it for a rack for sure. Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like 1,000 each, so a total of 3K.
Yeah. So yeah. There you go. You know what? I would accept that. I would like. You know what? So 3K total.
That's how much he doesn't want to do it, because he knows damn well we both made 1,000. You're like, 3? You know what? 3's even better.
Yeah, no, 3. Yeah,
make it 10.
Well, no. Well, no. Okay, so 3 for Robo, 3 for me, 3 for Chris. So that's 9 racks.
Grand.
So yeah, 9 racks.
We had 9. Yeah, I would definitely
listen. 9 racks, and we would do a 24-hour NPC stream.
Ooh. So you know what you just did? You know you just opened the door for her, right? You know what's gonna happen? Like somewhere somebody's gonna come in and be like, "Yeah, let me go ahead and just drop 1,000 right here."
You know what?
Hey, please.
Return. Let's do this.
Yo, y'all say that jokingly, but we do got sugar daddy. On this joint, just throwing it out there.
Can you imagine?
I don't even look. Let me tell you something. This would be the one time I would tell Gearless Mo, I'd be like, your money's no good here.
Charge back. I'm refunding it.
Yeah, I'd be like, look.
I know, fam. I got bills and shit. I'll be like, y'all motherfucking better.
That's why you got a job, bro.
Yeah, right. I'm like, your money is no good here.
You better go get some overtime, man. I'm not doing that every day.
Wait a minute. Elite X1 said every man's got a price. Hey, look, hey, the $1 million man Ted DiBiase told no lies. Okay, he told no lies. No, okay, so yeah, first and foremost, a little housekeeping. You know, a little more housekeeping because technically that was housekeeping. But oh, what was this? Oh, yeah, so we had Memorial Day, obviously.
Yeah.
Hope everyone was safe. We kind of threw that out there. We're going to talk about some stuff that kind of is tangential to some things that happened to me on Memorial Day that kind of seemed apropos of nothing. Also some stuff that Robo had brought to my attention, like I think the day or two after, that kind of like coincided with that. And also...
Serendipitous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'll throw you one even better. A movie that I watched for the second time because it's on Amazon Prime now. American Fiction. That also kind of tied into the same thing.
No shit. I haven't seen this. Is it good?
I love it. I love American Fiction. It is fantastic. Yeah. But like the not so much talking about the movie, but like just the core conceit of it. Yeah. It's there were there's some things from that just kind of tied perfectly into all that, and of course our usual bullshit, because we love to bullshit.
Yeah. Beta, what's up, old Rough Rider? Sorry, I just saw that.
Yeah, I just saw it too. Man, look at out here with these biddy. But yeah,
sorry, I'm thinking T, my voice.
This guy right here. Also, don't let Heroes Moda hear this. Yeah, no, we don't want to. We're not going to talk about. The $9,000 goal. Okay, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. There's no $9,000 goal. Okay, no such thing.
I will say this much: whether it's $9,000 or $9, don't you all forget, we got the link going. It should be getting pinned anytime now.
Thank you for. I need to actually here. Give me uno momento, por favor.
As you all know, look, just your presence is a gift. But if you all want to support the stream, do so however you can. If you choose to give money, it would be super dope if you use the link that's about to come up in the chat. It is from Streamlabs. What it does is it stops the Googles.
Yes.
It stops the Googles from taking most of it. I think last week there was some technical difficulties, so there was a couple that came in that didn't make the alerts and all that. But we are going to be looking at ways to make the alerts. I think we're going to set up Discord roles in the Blerd Koa server. And shit, we could tie it to both. Anyways, I want to give a little plug to that.
Yes.
Oh, that was smooth. That was very smooth.
I finally was able to get everything like pinned. I actually meant to do. See, the thing when you think about things that like, man, there's something I'm forgetting. It was that thing. It was that thing. But the good news is it's easy to fix because here's the thing. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link will always be in the description. But I'm also going to make sure that it's pinned in the chat so that way it's easy. You don't even have to think about it. And also on the Twitch side, because there is no description on Twitch, because Twitch is a different animal altogether, it is pinned.
It's already there.
Yeah, it's pinned. I wish you could make it a permanent pin. I hate that you can't make messages permanently pinned. That would be.
There's an option it should be until I unpin it. There's an option if you go when you pin it and it has a little 3 dots. It'll say 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then until I unpin or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like manually unpin
until
or end of stream. That's what they have now.
That's it.
So like you want to
like even to the next
like
stream.
even for the next stream. I wish you could just do that, but F my life, because that's just how we do here, man. That's just what we got. That's CMB, man. We all we got. Also, speaking of, because we just we were talking about this. For one, we have got a couple of things we need to address. Because we have got some for one, we've got super chats. We've also got some tips that we're going to take a look at real quick before we actually dive into some of our stuff, because that's just how that's what we do, man. It's what we do. And, you just you guys will be all right. You know the vibes by now at this point. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the first thing over here, and that is booyah. Look at it, man. Love to see it. We also got we got right here. Boom. Brian tipping us with the 5. We also got horrendous acts with a 5. Shh. Don't tell the IRS. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. We can't. We're not going to say anything. Shh. You didn't see this, Uncle Sam. Don't believe your lying eyes.
Is that what libertarians? Like, I'll become libertarian during tax season.
Dude. So wait a minute. Actually, it's funny because I feel like Robo and I literally had a conversation about this not too long ago. It's like I don't think it's a secret that either of us are progressives.
Big majority of poor fans.
Oh yeah, 110%. But I don't think it's any secret. I don't make it a secret. I mean, it's not something that I talk about a lot on the channel, but I mean, I don't exactly hide my values and beliefs.
I don't know. That dude on Twitter said that soon you're gonna become.
Oh yeah. Little did they know.
Clearly they don't watch. But anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't. Look. All you have to do is go look at one of my videos about Avengers Twilight to know where I stand. Right. But no, Robo actually said that about me when I was talking about my taxes this year, and he was like, man, you turned into a whole ass libertarian around tax season.
Yeah, he's like, man, this is some bullshit. I'm trying to feed anybody else's kids. I'm like, no, shh, that's not how we do that.
It's like, wait a minute. It's like, no. He's like, no. So we're on a hot mic, man. You're on a hot mic. But no, but no, truth be told, though, yeah, I mean, yeah, not so much for the same reasons, but just man, fuck the government. That's usually my mentality. I'm like, man, fuck the government. But no, we also got Stomp 10 out here with the $4.99. Super Chat says, you guys really cooked Tyrone Magnus in the last stream. I'm not a fan of him, but I did enjoy his performance as Rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Damn.
Ain't that about a bitch? Oh wait, do I have my thing ready? I think I have my thing. Let's see if it works. I want to see if it works.
It's woke.
Yep, it works. It was woke. Sorry, y'all.
That's wild. That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear some shit and I think to myself, I'm like, it's so good it pisses me off because I didn't think of that. That's good.
Yeah,
because I knew he was gonna clown him, but I thought they were going for Drax.
Oh,
then it went Raccoon, the Rocket. I mean, and I was like, Rocket.
That makes so much more sense.
Oh,
I like it. Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. You didn't have to cook his shit like that, but look, hey. But I'm here for it. Look, it's
this is how we get shut down. Straight up murder on camera.
I mean, look, let's be real. Let's be 100% real. Nobody. I don't think anyone should take Tyrone Magnus seriously by any stretch of the imagination. He is not a serious person, not even a little bit. And yeah. And I'm pretty sure his breath stinks. Anyway, But I just want to say, yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that to the highest level of appreciativity. So I guess let me ask you guys something. Well, yeah, before we actually dive into the stuff proper, because I feel like I haven't gotten to chit chat with y'all as much as I normally would like to. Just as it's been, the week has just been so crazy, and I think we've all kind of had like our own shit popping off.
Yeah.
How are y'all doing?
I'll tell you what. How's my mic sound right now?
Great.
It's better now.
So I was trying to listen, and I was noticing that I was like, man, I spent all that fucking time yesterday. Why does my mic sound distorted? And I go look at the deal,
Son of a
and every single one of these motherfucking plugins disabled.
Oh damn. See?
Best parking, they get the best parking, just straight up not even working. I'm like, what is going on here? So now hopefully I sound better. Hopefully I'm not getting distorted if I get too loud. But I'm doing well. I'm in the middle of playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm going back and forth between Fallout New Vegas and Hellblade 2. And let me tell you all something. Hellblade 2 came through. I'm telling you right now, that story is deep. I first of all, I think this is probably why I love Jason Aaron's story the most. I'm a huge fan of like Norse mythology and just like that kind of storytelling. What was it? The Green Warrior or some shit like that? The A24 film that
the Green Knight, yeah.
Green Knight, like that shit. Like that shit is so dope. And so, Hellblade 2 is giving me some more of that shit, breathing, just giving me life. I even put on the deal, like I know like the title's slow for you, and I get it. But I even like, if this not your kind of gameplay, if this is too slow for you, that's no judgment. But at least I hope somebody takes the time to clip out the movie scenes so you could just sit there and watch this damn movie, because that shit is.
I'm certain somebody has. I would look. I put it like this.
You got to.
Because I know the game is not terribly long, so I know for a fact somebody is likely done.
5 hours long. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna clip out all the cutscene, compile into a movie, and I'm gonna post it.
Do
just
it.
Just so Blood can see it. Oh,
I'm looking at it right now here. I'm gonna pull up so y'all can see it. But yeah, right here, someone did it 9 days ago. All cutscenes, full movie in 4K Ultra HD.
Yeah.
3 hours and 19 minutes, 8 seconds. Though someone else did it in 2.
There's only 2 hours. There's only 2 hours of gameplay.
Well, it's
2 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah, this is just the cutscenes. Just the cutscenes.
Yeah, but somebody posted the full game, and it says like it was only like 5 hours.
It's not that.
Well,
it's
this
not that long
is
at all.
yeah, no. This one right here says full game, 5.5 hours basically. Because I remember that was
what I'm saying.
That was a part of the discourse about Hellblade 2 that I thought was kind of funny. There were a lot of people that were really mad that the game wasn't particularly long, which I thought was weird considering I don't think the first one was particularly long either.
No,
it wasn't. It wasn't long.
It's like, what were they expecting?
That was a topic we were gonna have, right? Because you were all talking about that, where, like, I think what was it? We were talking about outer rim, outer space, outer world,
outer worlds, yeah, outer worlds, yeah. That was it.
And I was saying like one of the things that and it wasn't a critique on the game itself. It wasn't like this game is bad because it was more I enjoyed the game so much and was kind of disappointed I couldn't have more, right? And one of the things that I remember you bringing up was like, and then Chris was saying the same thing, was like, sometimes you could have a badass game. You don't have to have a long ass game. You can have a badass game that's short. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you right now, I'm a little bit over halfway. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's some shit that, like, just like the first one, you think it's going one way, but then it goes the other way. And that shit, I mean, the Elite X1 was in the deal. and we were both chatting back and forth, right? And because I was streaming it on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this part came up, and then we're just watching it. He's not typing shit. I'm not saying shit. And then that whole segment ended. I'm like, damn. He's like, sad face. He's like, fuck, bro. Golly.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's an emotional game, but I like it. I like it.
I
I
believe
love the first one. I love the first one. I think that the first one was one of the I think it was like the third game I've ever streamed.
Okay.
And yeah, I love. Actually, I think wait, was that you? Was it you that told me about it, or was it me that told you about it, Rob? I don't remember. But I remember playing this shit, and I was like, okay. First of all, in the first, I'll spoil it for the first
You
one.
told
One thing
me
that
about it. Yeah.
I was the one who told you.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that took me out about the game that I think they did pretty well was the fact that the beginning of the game they tell you there's a permadeath system.
Yeah.
And that turned out to be a lie, right? Because that was also part of her psychosis.
That
And-
shit was wild.
And I was tripping, especially in the final battle where you're supposed to die.
Mhm.
I was tripping. I'm like, I cannot die.
I wonder how many people almost broke their controller. I remember exactly what you're talking about. It said,
Yeah.
hey, this is a permadeath situation. So like the whole game, you're stressed. And I remember thinking to myself, I said, that's why the game isn't particularly hard. I mean, it's not like some Dark Souls shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's permadeath, so it's not going to be that hard. So that was how I kind of psyched myself out. Like, oh, I haven't died yet, and then they didn't get to end game.
The end game, and you're so
And it's getting harder and harder. You're like, fuck, no! If I fucking die here, oh my god, and I'm fucking mad.
But I gotta put my husband's head there, and if I die, I'm gonna be pissed. And then like the game goes and like the ending happens, and
Right,
I'm like,
right.
oh, I need therapy. Cool.
And by the way, if you haven't played Hellblade 1, bro, imagine if you had gotten to play without knowing that. It would have been even better.
I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, actually, you know what's even
I don't
wilder?
apologize.
Well, I mean, I feel like okay.
It's
First
an
of
old
all,
game.
let's
It's an older game. It's an older game. So.
well, that was kind of where my head was at on it. I was like, look, man, that game has been out for how long now? Like, if you haven't played that motherfucker yet, you probably weren't going to.
I'm gonna put it in perspective. That game is old enough that when it came out, it was considered an indie title.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's kind of also my other piece on it. It's like that game. I remember when it was still just like, indie darling. It was indie darling shit.
Mhm.
Or I won't say. I guess indie darlings, maybe a little too dismissive, but like. I just remember, like, it was that game that was like, oh yeah, it's just an indie title. It's nothing crazy, It's gonna be one of those games that, like, you're like, oh man, dude, this is pretty cool, man. Did you check out that Hellblade? Yeah, man, it's on that Game Pass, man. You should check that out. That's kind of how I felt about it. Like, but I mean, it's not a bad game. I like the thing I always tell people about it is I like Hellblade. I just don't love it. Like it's it's one of those games that, like, you'll never hear me say that game's whack.
Right.
It's going to be more of a, like, I think I even said this when you were streaming it on Discord. I was like, it's one of those games that I think is really good. It just has a lot going on. And for me, like the synth, like the like
the voices and shit.
The voice, like it's kind of like and you would think I'd be okay with it because I love Silent Hill. They do that shit all the time. I play lots of horror games where they do that shit. But like in a game like Hellblade, I don't know what it is about it, but for some reason it just, because I know it's supposed to simulate schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
But I even joked about this. I'm so well adjusted in my own mental health that, like, I don't like feeling like I have no control over my mental health. And that, like, all those noises and sounds makes me feel
like anxiety.
And I don't like that feel. Like, it's different when I feel that way because someone's trying to scare me. Like, that's a different feeling. Completely different feeling.
And
you know
it's
what's
not
crazy?
the whole game from the minute you turn that bitch on to me turn off.
You know what's crazy? All those reasons that he just lists is the reason why I love the game.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all those segments, I was like, oh, I get what the stuff with the schizophrenia, but like, and like in the first game, like the first boss, there was like a scene that's supposed to simulate sleep paralysis. And I was shook. I was shook because like she's trying to move, like only thing that she's like tweaking is her head. And I'm like, oh, I've been there. This sucks.
Yeah.
I want to continue playing. And then but everything that he lists is the reason why I love that game. Plus the voices, believe it or not, is actually my favorite feature because I used to tell everybody that I try to tell them about this game, like you have to play it with headphones on. I don't care how good your home theater system is. put some headphones on, and hear the voices of people telling you ain't shit. The entire game,
bruh.
See, I think that's that's the part that I think they, believe it or not, I think they did even better in part 2.
Voices?
Because the dialogue of the voices was really, really good. Because there are some things where it reacts to me. Like I'll like go somewhere and I'm like, man, I don't fucking, where the fuck do I go over here? And you'll hear like one of the voices quietly is like, she's lost. She's not gonna get it. And the other one's like, stop. No, she'll get it. She understands. And like one, she's not. She's gonna be here forever. And I'm like, I'm trying, man. Come on.
that got a little too real. Like, come on.
and see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. That's why I can't fuck with that game on any major level.
Yeah.
Because like
I'll be clowning you and shit.
Yeah, well, because like, I mean, and I think that's I think that's kind of the purpose of the game too, is to kind of show you. It's to show you that like mental health can be a very, very tricky minefield, to navigate. So yeah, when you're like trying to, you're trying to, get through some really like life-threatening, harrowing shit, and all of a sudden, like you're faced with all the hallmarks of imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. Yeah.
There you go. That was me.
This guy,
and we're back.
Well, no,
that got Hellblade for me. It's like, did I imagine them? Did they never exist?
No.
He's
So
lost.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So the whole time we have been doing this, if it seems like my mind has been kind of like elsewhere, it's because I'm messing with something in the vertical tab. Because to do precisely what I was talking about earlier is to.
Oh, you're gonna go live on TikTok for this
not
stream?
right now. No, not right now.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
but
I got
basically,
excited.
if you could see
Those
what
are
I'm.
dances.
No. If you could see what I'm doing right now, I was setting up the stream for the scene for when we're on the 3 camera joint.
Yeah.
And I moved something just the wrong way, and I hit Control Z to undo how I did it. And instead of like undoing the thing I did, it just sent me back to the last window that I tried to go to. And I was like,
got it.
that's not
So just so I'm clear, you're trying to build the vertical scene right now.
I just did. I literally just did.
Okay. All right. So check this out.
Yeah.
See, Ernie just said, "Oh, I'm well adjusted, yada yada yada." But let me tell you something. That is some hot ass ADHD shit right there.
Yes.
Like that motherfucker don't have to do this live, but I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Of like it's in your brain now. I'm like, let me just. I could do both. I could do both. Like I don't know how many times I've been streaming. I look down at my phone. I'm like, okay, let me just check my Fallout shelter real quick. I got a couple people out on a quest. I'm just gonna check this. I can wait till after, but no, I can't.
Yeah. No, totally. No, like, and that's why I tell people, like, when people try to tell me that, like, mental health this, mental health that, this shit's not real, it's just all in your head, and, you're just making this shit up. I tell people all the time, like, I get it, because, like, I know for a fact I have some, like, I think that I think in terms of people having like neurodivergence, I feel like I'm a high functioning neurodivergent person. Like I feel like I can mask all of my neurodivergent tendencies very well, but like it doesn't mean that they're not there. Like it's kind of like how my wife, sometimes her and I talk about how she is like she feels like she has like high functioning autism, like it's that she's just by nature of how she was raised and her life experiences, she kind of had to get to a space where she can function in a way that doesn't like make it terribly obvious unless like something happens. Same with like her ADHD and a bunch of other stuff. Like that's why I always tell people like that's just real, and I think everybody kind of has at least some little small level of it, even if you don't think you do, I feel like you definitely do at that point.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That actually was in a class I took. Like one of the classes I took talked about pathology, and I thought it was just going to teach me like all these different diseases and stuff for mental health, and it's like they're asking some hard ass questions that are like, what, and there's no real answer, right? Because it's not like you like, oh, here's what happens when salt and blah blah blah, you know, these two chemicals, you know, I mean, just boom. It's like the mind is not that precise. And so one of the things is like, when does something become a disorder, right? And it's like, you know, you start looking at things like what is it called? I'm so when you anal retentive, right? No, but what is it called? OCD.
OCD.
And so
yes.
Yeah, they're sitting there like, oh, I'm so OCD. It's like, okay, well, yes, everybody to some degree. Everybody to some degree. What's up? Hold on. Make sure, is it my mic or what?
No.
Just a screenshot.
No.
Okay,
I was showing you.
last time I heard the bleep, it was like, hey, bro, your mic is fucked.
Oh, like, okay, yeah, no. That was me just showing you what I did.
Yeah, that's just fine.
It was dope.
That was what I was doing.
But yeah, so like, it's like, okay, so OCD is like, okay, so OCD is, here's a good example. When you leave somewhere and you are stressing about, did you turn the iron off or did you turn the stove off or whatever, right? Everybody can relate to that. Everybody. Some people are like, fuck it, I'm gonna be late. I gotta go. I gotta turn around because that'd be crazy if my house burns down.
My girl, she roasts me about this shit all the time because I will be halfway through work and I'm like, no, I gotta make sure I lock the door.
Right. And so then some people, right? So everybody, but I do that too. And then some people are a little bit worse. Some people are a little bit worse. Some people will worry about it all day. Some people will actually turn around and be late. Some people can't fucking function. And it's like, when is it everybody does this, and when does it slip into disorder? You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody gets mad. Everybody gets worried. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody gets sad. Everybody gets depressed for no reason, like without stimulus. And it's like, it's actually like a whole ass, area of science in psychology to go, look, everybody has some level of symptoms, but when does it cross over into disorder? And it's pretty interesting stuff. But anyways,
wait, does that answer the question of how fucked up are we, or just that was just a G's whiz? Like, we're probably.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know how we got there. So
go ahead, something else.
And I will say this much: at the end of it, as I was talking, I was trying to think of a way to get us. I was like, I can't think of nothing. I'm drawing a blank. So I'll just say this much. Whenever we're talking about like horror or you're doing your comic, right? Because we're just gonna segue right here. If we were cutting this up, I would make sure this is where I cut, and we're gonna get a little cool ass transition, maybe like a little I like the spitting film reel thing. That's my favorite. Yeah.
What the fart sound?
Yeah. and here's the deal. So like you said earlier, I've been thinking about this a lot. Because there's a weird kind of balance you have to take when it comes to being a person of color, being a creator, and then feeling your responsibility to the culture, to your community, right? But also not wanting to feel like you're handcuffed to what you're allowed to create and what you're not allowed to create. And I think what got me, like you said, what got me really thinking about that is your experience with more than one person on Twitter, in DMs. You know what I mean? We talked about it before, right? Talking about, well, if you want to see black superheroes and yada 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 and all this stuff, and it's like, I kind of struggle with it a little bit because I think it's too easy to be like, nah, just because I'm this, I don't have to. But it's like, okay, but we do know our stories, black and white stories, are not told enough.
Right.
So if they're not going to do it, we got to do it. right? So there's that balance, but then there's also, but I can make whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to do shit, you know.
Right.
You're not my real dad, so it's like,
you ain't my pappy.
yeah. So like, what's the feeling on that? Because I know out of us, I know you get it a lot. You get that shit all the time. You can't say shit without someone calling you out for you being black. And then where's your, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you looking at black this and black that and da 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 da? And I know that shit's gotta be irritating as fuck.
It is it's special. It's special. And to give you guys a little bit of background on where we're going with this is over the course of the Memorial Day weekend, and this has happened before because we've talked about it before. It's how we kind of wound up getting on the whole Marcel Dupree BS. And here's the thing. I want y'all to understand something. I was minding my own goddamn business, okay? Like I was
out the blue,
bruh. Like when I tell you here, I'm gonna pull up the offending tweet. I'm gonna pull up the offending tweet. Hold on.
This dude was all the way on the grassy knoll saying, "Nah, I got this."
Yeah. Oh no. Like motherfucker was like, "Yeah, nah, man. I'm shooting." He said, "I'm shooting." Yeah. So, and I'm not even gonna try and hide this motherfucker's identity. I should, because I know what they want. I know precisely what they want. Matter of fact, let's see here. I'm actually going to do, you know what? I am going to do us a little bit of a favor here. So y'all are going to see some shit freeze for a New York minute. I apologize, but yeah, just kind of is what it is at this point. And you'll probably see it more than once. So there, that's also a thing. It's something I should have done earlier, but did not. But you know what? We're all going to get over it, because guess what? That's what we do here. Here, actually,
fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, let's do this. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way because I'm not giving this motherfucker free press. He can eat my whole entire ass on that. Yep. But no, okay. Yep. So this all started with a tweet. I want to make sure I'm hyper clear when I say this, that this all started with a tweet. And that tweet was I kind of felt was a very largely inoffensive tweet. I thought it was if I'm being brutally honest, the middest of tweets. So let's go to Exhibit A. Matter of fact, here let's kill that. Can we bring that up so that way it'll show right? There we go. The middest of tweets. Sitting by the pool and thought, let's draw this underused black X-Man. May ink this later for funsies. Might even scan it to play with in Clip Studio. I imagine few will even know who this brother even is. And I did the little eyes. Hashtag X-Men, hashtag black X-Men.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. Why would you make such a political post, such a inflammatory post?
Right?
You know
like I was like, bro, like, why would I be so brave? Yeah. Why would I be so brave in this moment? In the most personal and most private of moments. Why would I choose violence by
I'm stunned. Like, hold on, I gotta release my ADHD real quick. What is Jason Davis? But eating booty is good though. I'm like, let me tell you, pretending to hear you. I'm pretending to hear you, but I've been scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck is that a response to though? I'm like, what is that? What are they talking about in the chat? He's out of the blues. Sorry, I apologize. I'm professional.
Isn't that from?
I don't even know where
Ernie's comment. He says like, "Oh, this guy can eat my whole ass."
Oh, got you. Okay, you know what?
Very good.
Very good. You know what? That I tell you what. You know what? I need to stop saying that because you know what? Let's be fair, man. The box is kind of a thing. So you got the box and you got the groceries, man. You just got to accept that these are things. I do want to point out something because Jasmine said something that I find very telling. And it's something that I have
yeah.
recognized as criticism. And here I want to take it back to just us three. Just
Very, very common criticism.
Yes, they say, "Oh, I've been like Jazz says, I've been watching old Blerd Cave streams, and some people in chat and comments were saying they wish Ernie rode as hard for black people as he did for LGBTQI+, which was a crazy thing to say. No, it's funny to me because I feel like I walk and chew bubblegum at the same time pretty well. Like,
yeah, so do gay black people. You know?
Like, I feel like there's people that think that like there's still that subsector of people who think that black people can only be black. Yeah. And if you're gay,
straight
then
or some shit,
you can't be like
that's
only black
that's
straight
a different
people
thing.
exist.
That's a different thing. Yeah,
there's no such thing. There's no such thing as white. Or not white, but as black gay people. Only white people are gay. There's no such thing as black.
They'll tell you they know that. They'll tell you they know that, but then just pay very, very close attention to the sentences they use, because they will say straight up with their whole chest, not even unironically as fuck. They'll say, you want to sit there and give all these, da 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 da, when it's for the LGBTQ, but when black people speak, yada yada yada. I'm like, you realize that you're kind of telling on yourself here, right? Like there are no gay black people. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean?
it's like I want to be like, man, you got a little homophobia, like right here. Like right here.
Yeah,
right
just wipe that shit all over your face.
No, other side. No, I mean this side. It just, I find it funny because here's.
So just because they found that in the chat before, we want fresh. But I'll let you finish here in a second, Blerd. But we want fresh chat, right? We want fresh chat, new community. If you are in the LGBTQ community and you feel like it, like, let your flag fly. You got Freddie Lane's gay. We got bye brother on the side. If you I want to see, because I'm telling you, man, there are people who really they think for real, because of this weird ass bubble. Which I'm sorry for the Christians in the chat, but I'm gonna blame. This is the biggest problem I have with the conservative black and brown side. It's still part of the culture, still family, but that shit is hardcore coded. That shit is not from indigenous. The indigenous Americas, the African tribes, all the non-binary gender roles. That shit is Christian as fuck. And and we still got a ways to come over it. So you know what I'm saying?
I find it funny that that I have been criticized for such things, because you know what I say. One of my new favorite people that I recently discovered on Twitch says this. Even though technically it's not an original quote, but it's something that made me realize how much I liked the quote, is that judge me by my enemies. And I would even amend that by saying, judge me by my enemies and judge me by my critics.
Look at that chat go.
I'm just saying. And here's the thing. Yeah, I want everyone to know. I want to make sure it was very incredibly clear, if it has not been clear up to this point. As far as I'm concerned, this channel, this community is not exclusive to straight people. I say that as a whole straight person.
Oh, wow.
It is not exclusive to straight people. So if you are gay, bi, pan, asexual, trans, non-binary, whatever spectrum of gender, sexuality, color, culture, creed, whatever, religion, you're welcome here. So long as you treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to treat people as like human beings, you are more than welcome here in my community. But if you want to other people, who are just trying to live their life and be human, have done nothing wrong to you, I take that personally. And that's not the type of and I actually appreciate what Jasmine said here, because sometimes I forget this. I forget, it's not say I forget it, but sometimes I try and block it out of my head that these things happen sometimes. And her saying this made me realize that, that is a problem. So I felt it needed to be, I felt it needed to be said here. And if anyone wants to know why I ride so hard for our LGBTQIA plus brothers, sisters, and MBs, it's because, well, for one, it's the human thing to do. It's treat people as humans, but also because, and I don't want to well, I have a black friend but like, no, my stepson is trans. My daughter is only 9 years old, but or about to be 9 years old, but I imagine at some point in life she's already kind of given some signs that
she don't care about gender.
She doesn't care about that sort of stuff. Like the whole like gender is exactly that to her. It's just a thing that exists. It's not something she's hyper fixated on. And
either way, you're supportive, and that's what's up.
Regardless, and it's not even because like, oh, we hammered this into her. It's like, no, this is just this is how she is. But and I would also go as far as to say that one of my closest family members is trans, and I love him as if like we're not related, like as close as being like brothers. But like, I look to him as my brother. Like my mother treats him no differently than she treats him like a son. And it's something, and I treat him like my brother. I don't think that I would be a good human being having these people in my life and treating them like trash, and then also by proxy treating you, the gentle listeners and viewers out here, in the Blerd Without Fear multiverse, treating you like an other. Like I don't think that is I don't think that that's the way. I don't believe that's the way. I don't believe in that. So it is what it is. We are an inclusive people. Okay, we are an inclusive people. I don't abide by it. And to to make it a little less heavy, because I know I've probably alienated some people, and if that's the case, well, okay, that is, hey, I'll take that L on the chin. Yeah. Like here's the thing. If I alienate people because I want to treat everyone like a human, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If I lose subscribers over, if I lose money over it, if I lose prestige over it, if I'm suddenly persona non grata in the spectrum of comic books and media, I'll take that L. I will proudly, I will wear, matter of fact, I will wear it on my chest like the Superman logo, if that's what has to happen. But I will just say, I will take the heaviness out of it by getting us back on track, and just say that all I was doing is minding my own business. I was minding my own business.
I drew this thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I drew this thing.
Yeah, like literally, I drew this picture, and I want to set this up. I want to set this up for y'all perfectly. I was sitting at the pool at my sister-in-law's house, and my daughter, she's jumping in the pool. She's having a good time with her aunts and her uncles and cousins, and my wife is having a good time. She's out there, just chilling by the pool like she does. My mother is there. She's chilling right next to me, watching me draw, and also watching her grandbaby just, run around and play in the pool like grandparents usually do, Everybody's happy. There's not a, like we're doing all the stuff that family does. Like, we're laughing, we're hee-heeing, we're ha-haing, we're communing with one another. We're talking shit about the family members we don't like that aren't there. We're doing all the stuff that family does. And I'm drawing because that's what I love to do. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I can't think of anything to draw. And then next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? I want to draw an X-Man character. But I don't want to just draw Storm for the 100th millionth time. I don't just want to draw Bishop for the 100th millionth time. I don't want to just draw Sync for the 100th millionth time. I was like, I'm going to draw somebody I normally don't draw. And to be fair, I mean, you know, in terms of looks, I may as well have just drawn Sync. But like, the point of the matter is, the point of my matter is, I drew this. I had fun drawing it. I'm going to zoom in it a little bit more so y'all can kind of get a better look at it.
Give me a second.
Oh, handy business, Pam. Handy business. I was having fun. It was just good, clean fun for the family. Good, clean fun for the family. And then here comes...
Why didn't you promote my shit, though? You could have
right?
been... You were drawing... You know what's messed up? This is how I know you a fake friend. Ernie's over here with by the pool, hanging out with his family, with his daughter and wife and mom and shit, doing something he enjoys, and he could have been promoting Left Face. You could have been drawing me a logo. You could have been like drawing maybe a cartoon character of me so that I could share it like as like fan artwork. I think it's kind of fucked up, honestly.
I mean, you know, you know what? You've said nothing wrong. You've said nothing. But this, like I said, I'm not gonna promote this guy, so I cut their name from this. They say, and actually, let me preface this. I read this tweet in the same cadence as the Dr. Umars of the world, or like, well, my brother, if you want some black superheroes, don't wait for Marvel. Make some of your own. It is the 21st century. So
basically what this dude did by a little bit. What I did as a bit, he literally did that.
Yeah. Like he actually did it. Like he actually did it. He actually did it.
That hashtag is his.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like, no, he's like, I'm promoting myself. He's like, I'm promoting myself. Now, here's the thing.
I wouldn't have, honestly, I would have still been fuck that dude, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I would have still been fuck that dude. If this was a tweet that was like, okay, like, all right, I'm gonna be devil's advocate, all right? Devil's advocate. I'm not saying this, not me. I'm just saying, like, if he had said this,
yeah,
okay. I mean, why don't you draw? You could only draw Marvel characters? Why? You know, there's a lot of black creators out there who could be using your boost right now. You know, why don't you draw something of theirs? Period. Send, right? We would have still been like, fuck you, bitch. I'll draw whatever the fuck I want, right? We still would have been like that. But honestly, I'll probably, it would be like, I'll draw what the fuck I want. And I probably wouldn't even think about it again. Like, you'd be mad.
Right,
He went on your shit and say, you know, try to talk sideways at you. But for me, like, you sharing that with me, I would have been like, damn, what a bitch. And then I would have just went back to playing video games. Like, you know, it would have been anything. The fact that he is gonna say some shit and he says, man, why don't you draw your own characters like these? Here, look at my art and check out this hashtag. And don't forget to follow me. Like, you bitch, you don't give a fuck about black characters. You're fucking pimping your shit, you know?
Yeah. You don't care about black characters. You just care about your own work. And here's the thing. My response was very simple. Like, it wasn't anything smart ass. It wasn't anything like, man, fuck on out of here with that. My response was simple. It wasn't like, I actually think I gave literally the mildest reply I could have given him. And it was just simply this. I did and still do. In response to, why don't you why don't I create my own characters? I was like, I did and still do. Till this day, I still like, I may not have anything published as of right this exact moment, but I'm literally in the process of creating the thing. And I've also created other things, other stories and things that I'm working on actively. Like, actually, yeah, aside from like the main thing, I have literally 2 other projects that are like, one that's like, I think 75% fully cooked to the point where I feel comfortable moving forward with it. And another that's like maybe 25, 35, maybe even 40% cooked before I'm, fully ready to, maybe start talking about it openly. And I just thought it was crazy, though, that, he kind of came at me with that kind of energy. And then this was his reply. And here, let me zoom this out a little bit so y'all can, fully see it. He says, then promote that instead of the X-Men, brother, who have told you by their, I don't know why by had to be capitalized, but by their actions that they don't care about black and brown heroes. I mean, with your fan base, why wouldn't you do that? I get Marvel and DC bringing the money, but ...
But what?
But what? Is there a part 2 to this tweet?
There was no, like, I actually, so funny thing, when he sent that tweet, I actually waited about an hour before I responded to it, because I thought he was going to, like, add something else. And then the nothing else never came. So eventually I was like, okay, all right. I was like, fine, I'll reply to it. But that's kind of my thing. Like, why? Okay, so here's the thing. So I can answer the question. I can answer the question easily. I didn't answer his question really in precise terms because I just didn't feel like I owed him an answer. But I mean, if anyone asked me why I don't like promote my own stuff on my own channel, well, there's actually 2 reasons behind it. One, nobody comes to my channel to see my shit. No one comes to my channel to see what I'm working on as far as a comic goes. They come to see me talk about other, like big 2 comics. And that's fine. And really just more Marvel comics than anything else. And that's fine. I don't hate on that. But also at the same time, I don't want to promote my own stuff just yet because I'm still ironing out the copyrights and trademarks and whatnot. So I don't want to just
ready to release. Yeah.
I don't like, I would like, first off, I would be a fucking idiot to do it. And especially to a person who already seems to have no scruples anyway. So let's make that incredibly clear. And I thought that, and once again, I felt that my initial response was pretty damn mild. Now, I will admit, I put a little spice in my reply here because I'm grabbing that now. To that initial reply. And it's funny that this is where it all kind of went from there. Like it went to some really weird places that I'm not even really incredibly sure what his issue was. Like, I'm not really sure exactly what his issue was with me personally, because I was like, I feel like it felt personal. Like, it felt personal. Like, I felt like it was that situation where I was like, do we know each other? Like, have we met before? I was like, is this Marcel Dupree, but under like a different screen name? Because I said, I feel like you have the same grievances with me that he had, but like,
that's right.
Oh shit, Tyrone.
I mean, it felt weird. And I don't know. Like I said,
coincidentally, somebody else who's mad that you're not promoting their work.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy because I was kind of like, bro, like, I don't understand why you're so angry at me for drawing a picture. Like, I feel like art is one of those things that, like, why be mad at me? Like when there's tons of people out there that are promoting their stuff and doing the thing Like people who have a way bigger chance of getting their stuff seen than even myself.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but I mean, I have literally had people come onto my show, onto this channel, to promote their work.
That's it. Well, I mean, Jerome over here, he sounds so bitter and angry as if he's hurt. So that's a part of it right there. That was remember we were talking on Discord. Part of that shit is, some of it is like they're mad or whatever. Some of it is like because they know that you do bring people on, and then they start feeling entitled, like, well, why don't you bring me on then? You know, type
right.
Shit. But in this case, with his little hashtag and him dropping his artwork like that, it was like, nah. What you're doing is finding opportunity. You found somebody who built their own clout, right? Talking about how you don't make your own shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, wait, I bet you one thing. If you had a channel that was about your work that was approaching 100,000, you wouldn't sit there with every single tweet about your work being at 0 likes and 1 like. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that you're over here trying to ride on the clout somebody else built,
right?
You know what I mean? This is, you know what's wrong with this industry? You know why I'm failing? I'm failing because people are showing attention to X-Men. Like, bro, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you go to Kickstarter and look at all the black comics that are getting made.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer.
I'm saying
it's Nana. Hell, the antagonist.
Look, these people are out there doing their deal, and this motherfucker's not moving anywhere. You know what's sad? I'm gonna tell you something that's a little sad. And I know. Look, I'm not trying to, like, you know, be nice or anything, because, you know, God forbid, but that artwork is pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That artwork is pretty dope. His character designs are dope. Like, I like what he, I'm like, oh man, if you weren't such a fucking dick, that would have been dope to talk to you about your shit, because it looks pretty nice. You know what I mean? But you're over here trying to do some dirt, trying to do some fucking pro-black bullshit when you're really just trying to promote your shit. Like, I don't care how good your shit is when you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
On some bully shit. Like, I think, remember I told you, like, it's that, like, it's like when I had to explain to my daughter that, like, when some little boy was picking on her in kindergarten, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not saying that it's okay, but this is the type of behavior that some boys who don't know how to properly express themselves, I said, this is what they do when they want attention, because they feel that even negative attention will get them positive attention.
That's right.
And I was like, I think this guy thought that, like, if he tried to bully me or, like, alpha dog me, that I would be like, oh man, well, you should totally come on my channel and talk about your stuff. I totally want to promote you. But the thing is, it's not how that works.
No,
I don't. I was like, I don't.
The truth is, you said the truth on Twitter, and here is the absolute truth. This is why, like, that whole but ... It's like, okay, time out. I have had I Freaking Love Comics. Chris and I have done the Melanated Timeline. I've done Robo Strange TV with gaming. I'm doing Left Face now, and I'm listing off a whole bunch of shit that made no money. Left Face TV. Well, I'll get, I can eat out once a month with that one. But I couldn't survive. I couldn't eat. Like, if my family was dependent on any of those projects, we'd be dead, starved. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a red state too, so, you know, it's just rough out here for if you're broke.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what I think people don't understand. You literally pay bills with this. Yeah, you're in a dual income household, but you and your wife come together, put this, and feed a child. You take care of I know how having adult children works. So you have your son that you still gotta throw money at every now and then.
Right.
And it's like,
so what you said,
literally gotta fix his car. literally have to
See?
fix his car. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, like parenting never stops. But
No.
the point of the matter is that you literally are feeding a family and working, and it's like, okay, listen, man. You know, like you want to say, I have this problem with leftists a lot of times. I'm a leftist. I'm a whole ass socialist. I am anti-capitalist. I'm a socialist. I do not think communism is a bad word, right? So as the subs start dropping, my bad. But the but even like my fellow leftists, I'm like, bro, some of y'all are like unrealistic as fuck. People still gotta eat. You know what I mean?
Right. No.
It's like, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody working at Starbucks. I'm sorry. Like you got some people just gotta fucking eat. And it's like to sit there and go, hey, why don't you put me on? Okay, man, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Because if I only put y'all on, I'm not eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's it.
I'm getting evicted.
No, that's it.
It's easy. Okay, is it okay? What from a broke dude perspective, I think it's easy to say, "Yo, it's funny that you don't hook me up," because they got nothing to lose. That's what it comes. That's what it comes down to. Like they got nothing to lose, and like it is easy. It's easy for like somebody to look at, you know, me and Ernie, like with his following, his community, be like, "Damn, bro, and we got some brothers out here starving. You ain't even hooking." You even hooking none of us up, and like, it could be a completely different job. Like the motherfucker does a cooking show and shit, and then like when you say he'd be like, "Yo, you can say that because I have everything to lose. Your ass is just another shout out for you, whether it helps you out or not. You know what I mean? It doesn't do anything for me. Like if we're gonna be
right,
100,
I mean, not go hard. Like if we're gonna keep it 100, like what can he like? Let's say, fuck it. Let's say he came at you 100% mad respectful DMs like, hey man, I like your drawing. It will be an honor for me if you can draw one of my characters, this and that. I'm trying to get out there. And you say, yeah, I'll do it, right? And then Ernie loses 50,000 subscribers. I'm just using it.
Yeah, no.
What happens?
I mean, more realistically, what would happen is he gets 800 views, and that's a video that could have gotten 10,000 views and gone to his paycheck. You know, that's real.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll throw you one better. And real quick, shout out to actual fandom because they out here showing a little love. I appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, you know, go follow the constantly with their foot on the necks of the chuds out here. Go show a little love.
Where was that?
Oh, I got it pulled up.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. He's like, wait a minute, where to go?
I'm lost.
Wait a minute. But no, I saw it earlier, but like I was like in auto mode, and but yeah, I was in auto mode, and I just happened to I was like, oh shit, there it is. But no, here's the thing I'm gonna say. I know y'all have seen me do a lot of interviews lately for like Dynamite Comics and like for other I think I got one that's cooking for Mad Cave, and like I had Sanford Green on to talk about Doom, and I recently had David Rucker and Wally McNair on to talk about their comic Elton, and I've been doing a lot of interviews lately, and I want y'all to understand something about these interviews. I don't want anyone to think that I'm shilling for anybody, because I'm not. No one is paying me for these interviews. No one is giving me money for these interviews. What is ultimately happening is someone reaches out to me and says, hey, would you be down to interview so-and-so person? Or the person in question reaches out and says, hey, would you be willing to interview me? Or, and this is sometimes, especially lately, more often the case, I know someone is working on something. I say, hey, do you want to come on my show and talk about it?
Yeah.
These interviews, they do not do numbers for me like that. Matter of fact, here I'll tell on myself a little bit. If y'all want, I will whole ass tell on myself just a little bit here. I'll give you one. So check this out. I put out a video last week for what was this? Fall of the House of X #5 here. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. I don't care. Well, I'm gonna give away the whole store. I'm gonna give away the whole fucking store. I want you to know how little these things actually matter. Okay, so right here, boom, right here. By the way, we're almost at 97,000 subs. That's just wild to me. But thank you.
That is wild. Yeah.
Right
Again,
here.
Yeah.
Well, hey, because that's what I do. That's what I do, man. That's what I do, baby. That's what I do. But no,
hey, man, when I'm just gonna stop fighting it. I'm like, you got a YouTube channel? I'm like, yup.
Yeah.
We got a YouTube channel that's almost 100K actually.
Yeah.
We. Oh,
Hey.
you know, we.
Hey,
You know?
look, hey, CMB. We all we got. We all we
That's
got.
what's up. That's
But-
what's up.
but am I my brother's keeper? Like, I mean, there's no gunshot after that.
With my luck,
Oh,
it's like if
shit.
I'm out in the wild and somebody, hey, what you doing? Oh, I got a YouTube channel, almost 100K, no big deal. It's like, oh, what's the
Yeah.
channel name? And I'd be like, blah, blah, blah. I feel like, isn't that Ernie's channel? It's like, oh,
Yeah, what is that? Who's that face? I'm like, oh, that's like our logo.
Like,
Yeah, it's just logo.
yeah.
This is logo.
Ernie's
No,
like it's kind of like the S, but it's Ernie's face.
yeah. You know what it
It's
is?
actually AI.
It's S that stands for hope. It stands for
That's
hope.
right.
That's what,
Ernie's face in our world, it stands for hope.
yeah. but no, like I want to make it clear what makes money on my channel
Mhm.
and how hyper aware I am of that. Like, let's go down a little bit. Storm video, 17K. Another Storm video, 10K. X-Men 97 season finale, 15K. X-Men Forever #4, 9.1K. Dazzler, 4.5K. Thundercats, 2.8K. Ms. Marvel, 6.3K. Ninja Turtles, 1.5K. Transformers Energon Universe, 1.8K. Oh, hey, the interview I was talking about earlier with David Rucker and Wally McNair, 824 views. No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that's 824,000 views. No, that's 824 views. And and this isn't like any knock against them. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. But the point of the
People don't
matter
watch 'em.
here, people don't watch these as much as they watch. And it's not, but here's the thing though. You know why I do them? I do it for
fun.
2 reasons. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
fun. And you know what? I like talking to them. I enjoy talking to people in the industry. Like right now, do you see this video up here? Kelly Thompson and Paulina Ganeshow. I enjoyed that conversation so much. 341 views. I'm literally talking to one of my favorite fucking writers of all time, Kelly
I'm
Thompson.
saying, yeah.
like that shit.
Kelly Thompson.
Yeah.
Bro, here, after the show, they'll do it right now.
Mhm.
If you go check out
I was slick. That was slick.
Not right
I know
now, not
you.
right now.
Calm the fuck down. Don't do it now.
Right?
I freaking love comics, right? And this is not
Mhm.
a plug because it's dead. We're done. We don't do anything over there. But just so
Did I
y'all
leave
could
this one?
really get a feel, get a feel. Because even 800 and something, that's still that's because think about the ratio. You're getting at least, so even if you want to be generous, at least 50,000, 40,000, 30,000 phones are pinging
Yes.
when you drop that video, right? And still only 800, right? But you got a pretty significant audience. Go to I Freaking Love Comics and check out the people that we got to interview. I'm talking Kevin Eastman.
Oh,
I'm talking
yeah.
like big names, not just indie comics, not just come ups. Like we got big names. Like we talked to Dan Slott. We talked to who's the dude that's always fighting with the Chuds? He did the amalgam shit a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Mars.
Ron Mars.
Like,
Yeah, Ron Mars.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. 3 times we talked to Kevin Eastman. And them bitches are like 70 views. You know,
Yeah,
like-
no.
like people- nobody's out there like, oh man, I hope a new fucking Donnie Cates interview drops today. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like, he's big, but nobody's looking for that shit, you know?
Well, I mean, you talked to Stephanie Williams. Who was one of my favorite people. But here's the thing, and this is what I want people to really understand. I want people to understand this. I don't do this for like I do not talk to these people for views. I do it because it's fun.
Pay. That's right.
Because it really, dude, if I was, okay, first off, if I was doing this shit for the views, then my channel would be dead. It would be dead. I do this because I love, and I even say this in the interviews. I tell the people, I'm like, man, I just like to give people an opportunity to get to know the people who make the stuff that you may love, or maybe even stuff that you don't know that you love, but maybe you'll discover that because, like, do you know how many times I've talked to people and I've had y'all in the chat right now come back and talk to me and say, hey, you know what? I didn't know that L-Ton was a thing. And because you told me about it, I went and backed it on Kickstarter. Or I've had people come to me and say, hey, dude, I normally didn't fuck with Vampirella like that. But because you talked to Janine Aitchison and Tom Snagowski about it, you actually got me interested. Or, and it might not be a lot of people. But the thing is, these conversations are fun. And yes, a lot of it is also networking. Like, and I even tell these people, and like, and here's the thing, you know what I love about it? You know the thing I actually will probably never get tired of? Is one of my favorite fucking writers of all time telling me how much they appreciate me giving them my time. When I should be thanking them for the opportunity to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, I got to talk to fucking Greg Weisman, the fucking creator of Gargoyles.
Yeah.
The wisest of the Weismans.
I never, as a kid watching Gargoyles, one of my favorite cartoons of all time, I never imagined I would ever get to talk to fucking Greg Weisman.
We talked to Nicieza.
Dude,
we talked to Nicieza, and only because of that interview, I realized, because this is the other thing too. There was even like me and fucking Judah were like, man, if that someone hears that shit might actually go hot. Never went hot, but Nicieza straight up was like, nah, I created Daredevil.
Yeah.
I created Daredevil. Like you know, he might have drew it or whatever, but his attitude and the shit that y'all love, I did that shit. You know what I mean? And it's like I would have never known that shit if he hadn't interviewed him. 30 views. I was like, all right.
But that's the thing.
It's still dope. It's still dope though. Yeah.
It's still so much fun.
Yes, absolutely.
I get that, and I'm happy for y'all. But just to say this, all this amazing, very passionate speech you guys gave about like interviewing people you admire stem from the fact that some dude really trying to pull Ernie's black card on Twitter. I'm trying like it's crazy.
I want to give you props for bringing us back online, but it definitely had the air of like, what the fuck's this got to do with what we're talking about?
No. Your ass was gonna do that. Because
he's right. He's right.
Is there a point to this shit? What the fuck you on about?
Hey, the wifey needs me. I gotta go.
Well,
no. That's okay. First of all, fuck you. Second, no, because I'm saying that because like as you explain all this and it's dope. Don't get me wrong. All I'm thinking about is like the fact that you have to go through all this like just to explain yourself, like or to justify why would you do something like or with the supporting black creators or doing the thing that you're passionate about, what pays the bills. That's what kind of to me is like that's all up. But like for some random motherfucker who wouldn't do not even 10% of what you might do for somebody, just help somebody out. Why the what I mean? Like not saying that it bothers you, but I'm saying like, but all I'm thinking is like, why would this random motherfucker even have the audacity, even have the gall to even try to step up to me in such a way when you yourself?
Because it's a mental scapegoat.
Yes,
it's a reason to not own your own failures, bro. Your shit isn't not taking off, huh?
By the way, I do feel bad. By the way, like I'm like an ass.
No, you good.
I was like, no.
I was like, I feel like a dick. I was like,
but he doesn't want to own his own failures.
No, he doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? He wants to say my shit's not taking off because creators like you don't promote my shit.
Right.
No, bitch. Your shit's not taking off because of you.
Well,
yeah, you can't put that on anybody else.
You are the common denominator in your failures.
Yeah.
Like I want to make something very clear, and this isn't like a flex, but I just want to make sure we're clear on something.
It was indeed a flex.
It's literally about to be a flex. Woke AF just said something that made me want to talk about this just real quick, and then we're gonna move on.
All right.
He says, "Are you dudes old enough to remember Battle of the Planets or Robotech?" So here, I want to tell you something very funny. I didn't get to have a sit down conversation with Steve Orlando, but Steve Orlando is going to be writing a Gotcha Man comic called Galactor. It's going to be based on the bad guys. And like, I actually reached out to a publicist to try and set something up, but he was unable to actually have time to sit down for an interview, but he still gave me the opportunity to ask him questions and get statements from him. And I just want to point out, the same thing happened with Gail Simone, because I, like some of y'all in the Discord probably knows, I actually reached out to her for an interview, but she didn't, like, because it's con season, so she's constantly on the move. She doesn't really have the time. But you know what she did? She told me, hey, I can do an interview, so just send me some questions. And when I sent her and none of the questions that I sent are from me. They're all from y'all. And you know, when she looked at it, she initially said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to answer all these. And you know what I told her? I said, you know what, Gail? I'm the one that's hitting you up being a beggar, so I'm not gonna be a chooser. I said, you answer as much or as little as you want. And I said, because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just happy you're even responding to me. And she said, you know what? Because it's you, I'm going to answer all these. And I just want y'all to know, I'm on a first name fucking basis with Gail Simone and Steve Orlando. So as far as I'm concerned, fuck that motherfucker and his, thinking I'm not black enough. Like, I don't care. I'm on first name. Like, look, you say nigga no more. But hey, dude. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. That motherfucker can, like, literally go walk off a fucking cliff as far as I'm concerned. Because there is nothing he can say that's going to fuck me up in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just wanted to highlight that because, yeah. Anyway, all
that is for a bigger conversation.
Oh,
the bigger conversation about the expectations of the fact that you're not allowed to just do your own thing. The expectations, especially from other, up and comers, to say you owe me, and it's based on nothing else besides the fact you're black. So
you have to promote.
Where's my spot on your stage?
Where's my reparations?
Yeah, it is incumbent upon you to promote me. So. And I want to make sure I'm very clear when I say this. This was my response to his, because I showed a statement saying that, telling me what I needed to be doing with my platform. I want to show this real quick. This was my response. And I think y'all know me well enough. I don't throw around the N-bomb terribly often. It's usually, for emphasis, is usually a word I use in very specific situations. And I used it here. So I'm just going to go and say, be disappointed in me later. But I said, imagine some random nigga on the internet trying to tell people how to spend their free time. You legit came to my post to promote you. Stop pretending to be so principled. That high horse has a long ass way down. Now, me saying this to this person triggered something in him. As a matter of fact, I think, is this the reply? Yeah, here it is. Says, wow, thanks for the personal attack.
Wow.
Okay, all right, I guess. He says, must be really upsetting to you that you have to promote other people's stuff than using your own creativity to generate actual money from your ideas. I guess we lived two different lives, and yours is definitely kissing the butt of Marvel.
I mean, we probably got two different paychecks too, though. So.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean,
we probably got two different income sources here. So
I mean, I guess. I mean, look, okay. First off, if someone wanted to classify what I do for a living as kissing the butt of Marvel, I will put that on a fucking W-2. I will put that on fucking
hollering.
Right. Right? I mean,
I know he meant hit dog, but I like hot dog hollering better.
I actually did. No, oh yeah, no, that is exactly what it is.
I'm like, I know hit dog holler, but is hot dog supposed to be worse? Like, what's the implication here?
Well, no, because I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's my granny. That was my granny right there. Like that was what my granny used to always say. She would always be like, she's like, a hit dog will holler. And I'm like, dude, that's exactly what that was. And then I'll take you to my next response. He basically called me an Uncle Tom. That was basically what that was. I'm not going to say who he was because I don't want to give this motherfucker the time of day. Honestly, I feel like he doesn't deserve it. But this is what I said. This is what I said here. I said, you came at me disrespectful, trying to tell me how to use my platform. So you got what you gave. It seems you feel pressed about my little reply. Trust me, that was the mildest of retorts I could have given you. But I guess you're hard pressed for engagement. Talk to the wall. Yeah. And I basically let him know I didn't copy the GIF or whatever that I put in the tweet, but I basically put a GIF that basically told him I was muting him, and he is still muted. He is still muted. And I can tell all of this was performative, and I'm gonna tell you why I know it's performative. You want to know why? He still follows me.
Of course.
He still follows me. He didn't block me. He might have muted me, but like he didn't block me. He didn't unfollow me. He still fucking follows me.
Yeah.
So I know this is performative. He's not mad. He's probably mad that his plan didn't work. But I do want to show you his petty reply once he knew that I wasn't going to be looking. Like, I guess he did. I mean, to be fair, I only saw this tweet today because I muted him days ago. But like, he came with his little spicy little ass reply because he knows that I'm not going to look at it, or he thought I wasn't going to look at it. But right here, he says, LOL, sorry that you can't take a little independent thought that doesn't agree with you like a sycophant. If you don't like something, you can complain about it, or you can actually do something about it. I guess you're in the third grader complaining about it phase. So like, here's the thing. I think that I have made it pretty clear that I don't care if people agree with me or not. And I think that anyone who is an adult, who's a fucking adult knows that I'm perfectly okay with people disagreeing with me. The only time I argue with people is when I think I'm right. And that usually is when I think I have the facts to back up what I'm saying. If I think I have the facts on my side, yes, I am going to be a little bit more dogmatic about whether or not I'm right. But if someone gives me a convincing argument that makes me feel, oh wow, like there's been times me and Robo have gotten into it about difference of opinions on ideological things, and Robo has swayed me in a lot of ways to think differently about certain things.
Just for the record, I've never been swayed once. I'm playing.
That's motherfucking.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, you can't even take it back because you already said it. So,
fucking
Well, I mean, here's
quick too, bro.
I mean, the thing is,
I'm playing.
I do feel like all of this was performative. I feel like all of this was 100%. Performative. None of this was principled. None of this was based on any reality. Like, I guarantee you to this day, because I don't know who he is. He's probably sitting in the chat right now and might be mad that I am not showing his name.
Hold on, if you're in the chat, raise your hand.
He's like, it was me.
Okay, but let me tell you something. I said the same thing. I said, look, 2024, I'm telling you, it's the year of the block. It's the year of the block.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. Full disclosure.
Yeah, what?
Year of the block.
Oh, yeah. This blocking season.
That's a blog. I'm like, okay.
Well, he actually, so Robo, because he and I talked about this. It is why I even said, I was like, okay, you know what? I said, I think the only reason I didn't block him is because I wanted to make sure I had all these tweets together.
Uh-huh.
And in case maybe he put something else, I could, use that against him. But like, yeah, that said, I was like, yeah, from now on, like, yeah, bullshit like this, that's why I even put a tweet. It's a pinned tweet now because Robo suggested it. I was like, yeah, it's blocking season. Like, I'm not, like even now, like since I put that shit up, there's a lot of people who have legit just not said anything crazy to me.
I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying like
because I just don't
my
care.
shit's on. You know, Chris has known me on social media for a long ass time, and I'm all about like let's go. I got time. You know what I mean? I'm retired now. I'm probably taking a shit. Let's go. I'll go back and forth all day with you. And it's like, but it's like, you know what it is? I used to like it, and people are like, oh, don't you get tired? I'm like, no. I love that shit. It's not. I'm like, oh, see, that's why I can't be on it. So much toxicity. But as I get older, right? As I get older, it's really not about like, does it bother me or not bother me? It's just like, bro, I could be playing a new video game right now. I could be editing a video. I could be doing something. And here's the thing, the block isn't for you. So I don't even care if they're like, see, he couldn't take it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. You can think whatever you want. It's not for them. It's literally for me because I have an illness. I will argue with you for 4 hours about some dumb shit. And I need the block for myself. You know what I mean? Because and I did it. I'm not using Twitter as much. I'm on Threads. And somebody tried to call me out as some shit because I wanted to be like low-key funny and be like, I'm capitalizing B, I'm in black, I'm capitalizing I in indigenous. You're never gonna catch me capitalizing W. And then some dude comes along and he's like, and why not? Why not? If black is capitalized, why not white? And blah 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 blah. I had one reply, and I gave one reply, and I said, well, because white's not a culture. White's a position of power, and these are cultures. You know, exactly. That's how I'm like. I answered it too seriously because it wasn't even a super serious, type of post.
No.
And then he came out with some other shit. I'm like, and I did it. I said, you know what? No, I said it. 2024. I went block. I was so proud of myself. Like, look at that. He's gone.
Growth. No bullshit. That's exactly like I'm actually hyper proud of you for that. Like I want to make sure I make sure this is said because we do have some money numbers that came in a little while ago that I want to make sure we don't miss out on. But we got Ray Alexander here with the $4.99 says thank you for not being Dr. Cooper or Kelly to those with X genes. We just trying to sip wine, dance, and make love. A la DaCosta fam. Hey, look. I ain't hating out here. Like, because here's the thing.
Right.
It's like I tell people all the time. You don't have to be a part of a community to respect that community. It's kind of like there was this guy. Oh man, I don't remember the dude's name, but I tweeted about it the other day. The white guy who I think he wrote a book about blackness and how racism affects black people in America, and he did blackface in order to infiltrate the black community to prove a point that racism affects black people differently than white people. And I was like, you know what? I respect that energy, but at the same time, you could have just asked black people. Like there are 45.71 some odd million black people in the United States as of 2023. You could have you had that's 45.71 million points of reference.
Sitting dead ass in Atlanta going, if there was only some way to find out what it's like.
Yeah.
What do black people feel? Black people all around like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on blackface.
Yeah.
At the beginning of Left Face, back when it was Beta Boy TV, do you remember rewatching Black White?
Oh yes. Oh no! I remember.
Oh, by Ice Cube. I just want to make sure I put that out there. That fucking dude.
God, that was a fucking hot mess of a show. That was a hot fucking mess of a show. But
if y'all ain't never seen it, go to YouTube and look up Black White.
That shit
Black
was wild.
White reality TV. I think it was like 2004 or some shit. That shit is
bruh. That shit was fucking wild. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit was fucking wild. And here's the thing. And I just want to make sure that I'm incredibly clear on this. I don't want there to be any misconstrued notions or whatever the fuck. I want it to be incredibly fucking clear. That was some old bullshit. that was some old English bullshit. OLE. Old English bullshit.
He said beans for breakfast type of bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what.
Damn.
We also got a shout out to Ali M with the 499 says, "Hey crew, just wanted to send some positivity y'all's way. Ernie, continued success as always, bro. A big inspiration for me with my channel 100K. Let's go! Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We
put in work in our channel. We put in work on our channel. All right.
That's motherfucker.
So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Look, I love how Cypher's just like, oh, yeah.
I mean,
hey, look. You gotta lean in. You gotta lean in, and look, man. I'm all for it. I think that I am only one part of this show. Okay. I am but one part of it, so I am always going to hand over. I'm always going to hand over the some of the love.
And nobody needs to ask what's paying the bills, his videos or the live streams. You just mind your business. Mind your business. Don't worry about that part.
Actually, to be fair, you brought it up. I'm pretty sure that was like the Forest State, but now you're like, you know what? That's right. Let me show Blerd the DMs. Like, hey, not for nothing. Are you paying these broke motherfuckers?
Shit. I mean, look.
I was just talking about total revenue. But
I know.
He's like,
you open up that window. Look, I'm just here so he can draw my OC character, like my original character. That's why I'm here. I heard he could draw. I was like, hey, Blerd, you wanna make a manga? Let me know.
Hey, he's like, I got you, man. I got you. Look, we'll call it Jujutsu Cypher, man. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
I ain't gonna lie, that sounds dope.
he's like, wait a minute. He's like, can we do that? Can we do that? Like, no bullshit. But as a John Battle with the $5 says, Ernie, you're like the Roland Martyr of the comic world. I'm here for you, brother, every week, twice a week in all videos. No Diddy, people. I've been a cave acolyte since I found your channel. Scrolling on the tube. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate that. I think that's awesome. I think that's amazing. So yeah, that's just me. This is me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but but no, I appreciate that in so many ways. Y'all have no idea. Also, with Tubes and One, with the Blerd Club membership out here, 32 months in a row. Blerd Club Silver. Damn. Out here. Says Black, wild. Queer, and Mutant with 6 fingers right here. Hey,
that's it.
Look, hey. I don't know if anybody read the backup story in Wolverine number 50, but this week. But there's actually a story about that where there's some Sentinel shenanigans, and there's a human who has something that's just, they're not a mutant, but they're just genetically different enough from your average person that they're recognized as a mutant by a Sentinel.
Oh,
and
look at that.
I was like, you know what?
Evil as bitch.
I was like, you know what? I like that. It's like
that's cool. I know exactly what they're doing, and that's cool.
It's
that's cool. I like, yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, you thought you was cool, but now they coming for your ass because mutation is mutation, baby.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but even like there's even like a heartwarming shit like that. Can you imagine some kid reading it and the kid's got like a deformity or some sort of disability, and then he gets to imagine himself. Like, oh, I'd be a mutant. Like, I would be like, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I like that shit.
It's the type of shit I love to see, man. It's the type of shit I love to see. And I also real quick. Oh man, dude, Paris, you're out here, man. Out here. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all see that right there? Just gifted out 5. Count them. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Or actually, was it 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
We got
That's gonna show people's age out there. Who knows that? Who knows that song? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry.
Look, I just remember the bass line, like the
yeah, the little pinball going through the thing.
And then it come back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they come up a little bit higher. Hey, look, man, I love it here, man. I love it. But no, we got Parasol here, man, just out here blessing folks in the Blerd Club Gold, man. I love to see it, man. I just love to see it, man. Hooking up Anarchy Hamster, Smoke One Kenobi, G Martinez, Mac, Sean Wesley, and Woke AF, all up in here with the Blerd Clubs. I love to see it, man. I love to see it.
That's what's up.
But no, but we're not done there. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Because there's one more thing I kind of wanted to share. Bro, before I share it, I just kind of set it up. Yeah, I mentioned earlier. Talking about the movie American Fiction, and that's it's a movie where if you've, for whatever reason, if you have not seen it, excusez-moi, it is a film starring Jeffrey Wright, who is fantastic, just fantastic in it, all the way across the board. But I love this movie because it is kind of about the thing we've been talking about, people being treated differently because they're not considered black enough, or other, and this is really not so much from the inside looking out, but more like the outside looking inward, just because it's like, oh hey, I'm a black writer, but I don't, but people judging me for not writing black books. But then people putting me in African American studies, even though technically the books I write aren't about black stuff. It just, like, it's that thing, like, you get pigeonholed and you get put into a very specific box strictly because you're black. And I didn't appreciate this at first. Some of you may remember, if you've been with the channel long enough, there was a ways back I made some jokes about Christopher Priest. They were not malicious, just tongue in cheek. I used to always joke about, man, Christopher Priest really wants to let you know he's tired of writing black shit. Because almost everything he writes has nothing to do with black people. Motherfucker been writing Deathstroke. He's been writing Justice League. He was writing Vampirella up until recently. It just was writing all kind of shit. And he was writing U.S. Agent. And here's the thing. All because he didn't want to be pigeonholed anymore, and I totally get where he's coming from on that. Like, I mean, yeah, I cracked my jokes, I laughed and kikied and ha-ha'd, but, like, I mean, it doesn't make him any less wrong. I mean, or not any less wrong, but any less right about how he feels. I mean, here's the thing. When you have been known as the guy who is only popular for writing black stuff, when you want to maybe step outside of yourself and write something that's a little bit different, especially if the stuff that you're writing that is centered around blackness, you're just not terribly like crazy about writing that stuff anymore. You're either tired of it, or maybe the stuff is just starting to become contrived, whatever your case is. You just want to do something different. Like, I totally get it. Like, if I were a writer, in mainstream comics, I'd probably feel the same way. Like, I've even kind of talked about it a little bit privately, amongst my family, because I'm very open and vocal about the stories that I want to write. I've been very vocal about the story I am currently actively writing right now, as well as with my family, at least, and with some very close personal friends that and there's some other stories that I'm writing that are very like, I think the 3 stories I mentioned earlier, they're all black centric,
right?
But there are also some stories that I'm cooking that don't have shit to do with black people, at least not in the sense of like being, that blackness being the focus of it. It's just a story. It's just a story.
And there's a big difference. There's a big difference. And this is what you're saying reminded me of it. There's a big difference between your story creating, your story having black characters, and your story being a black story, right? And
yes.
It's like I think Jordan Peele right now is probably the best example of this, in modern times, where you have Get Out, right? But you also have, you have Us. Now, Us was a black family, but it wasn't about black people.
No.
It was about marginalized people, or or hidden people, right? Like discarded people. You could have it could have been about homelessness, it could have been about poverty, right? And then you have Nope, which is not a black story in the fucking least. Nothing.
The only thing black about it is the two leads.
But see, this is where we have to make sure we have to make sure, because this is easy, because here's the deal, right? This is the kind of shit that look, when people say shit like all white people are racist, there's a lot of white people who understandably will go, what the fuck? Like, you can't say some shit like that. But I'm like, well, if you try to just zoom out a little bit and understand, like, at an academic level what racism is, then you understand that we are all products of the system, all of us, right? And so that's what people mean. Not that everybody's out here like, wanting to put on a white hood and shit. That's not what that means.
Right.
It just means that we're all a part of the same system that has a stake in the same kind of way, and then we live our life trying to deprogram from that. And so one of the things that we do is, right, what do we always say to chuds? Oh, we make fun of them by saying, oh, black is political, right? When they make it political, it's because there's a black person there. But low key, we kind of do the same thing sometimes, right? And we do that by saying stuff like, okay, what's the thing I'm always bitching about? Like the fact that they always have to have a mixed couple to make it digestible for white audiences. It's like, okay. And Jordan Peele's like, okay, I'm gonna tell a story. It's Nope. Hey, it's a black family. It's a black family on a Hollywood ranch. Is this a black story? Is it a black story because is this for black people? Like, it's a horror movie about a fucking alien.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you look at something and just because they have black characters, now it's a black movie, I think that kind of talks to the programming that we have. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could have black characters and it's not a black story. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, and it's like to further what Eric Carter said. Sometimes I want stories that just have black characters. It doesn't always have to be black stories. That's kind of my thing. Okay, so just to kind of put a finer point on it. Eric's saying that made me kind of reevaluate something about what I said earlier. I said that I'm writing three different comics and ideas, developing three different comics that are all very black centric. But you just made me kind of reevaluate one of them, because technically I'm actually not. The one that I'm like actually developing right now has a black lead. And it does have black characters in it, but there are also tons of white characters, tons of, I won't say tons, but like there's like characters who aren't like black that are also like of prominence in the story. So like the more I think about it, I was like, yeah, that actually kind of falls in, like it's not a black story. It's a story that just so happens to have like a black person as the lead. And it also happens to have a lot of other diversity in it in terms of characters who are either, different ethnicities other than white and are not like 100% straight cisgender cast. Like it's a story that is very representative of the world that I live in and what is surrounding myself. So and that's kind of the whole thing. I don't think that just because you are black, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to always tell black stories. Yeah. I think that you should be allowed. Like, there's nothing wrong with a black. Like, okay. The reason why I'm saying all this, in case anyone's trying to figure out what I'm setting up here, that was real quick.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Before the transition, sorry. I think what you're describing, if when he says you can have black characters and not be a black story, I'm not really sure about that. Black people have a very specific experience. What you're describing, I will respectfully disagree. What you're describing is authenticity in your characters, right? And I think you could have authentically black characters who are black, that could be proud, that could even, I hate, you know what I hate sometimes? I don't need every movie to be a story about struggle, but I do find it kind of like damn well what was it? There was a movie I was watching the other day. I'm started Yellowstone. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just as an example, right? So I'm starting Yellowstone, and one of the this group of the main character has this group of farmhands that help him out. Sometimes they help him out do like dirty shit, crimes and shit, right? And one of them is black in there. Now, obviously, Yellowstone's a very country, kind of place. It's set in Montana. It's farmhands. It's like it's all everybody's country in this. Everybody's a cowboy. They're real cowboys. They, and one of them is black, like black, right? And
waste of black.
I don't want to. He's not mixed. He's nothing. He's a black character.
Right.
And it's like one thing that I'm like, not that he's there. Not that he's there. There's plenty of country black people. There's plenty of people. Plenty of black farmers. All that. That's fine.
I know a dozen of him. Of him.
But here's my thing. I was in the Air Force, and not only was I in the Air Force, I was in a career field that is exceptionally white, and because most combat career fields are, and I know, not even for me, I'm talking about when a black TAC-P shows up to our unit, it's always gonna be a part of the joke. It's always it's a what I mean. I'm telling you, like if y'all heard like how this shit people are like, oh man, that's racist as fuck. But it's like I don't know if it's a survival mechanism. I don't know if it's whatever it is. But but the fact of the matter is this: I'm looking in that group and I'm like, I've been in this world before. There's no fucking way that him being black, even on the most friendliest level, is not the butt of a joke every so often.
100%.
The fact that they have never mentioned, not once, that dude is black, I'm like, that's unrealistic to me. But
I don't think it ever comes up.
That's what I'm saying, and that's not realistic.
No,
it could be
not
funny. It could. I'm talking about like oh man, I'll go jump in the lake. I'll jump in the lake and get it. Like, you could swim, LOL, ha 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 ha. What I mean? That's the jokes you would hear like in a military unit, and it's like they don't mention not once, not even a blink that he's black, and I'm like, that's not real. That's not real life, right?
No.
If they did, that wouldn't make it a black movie or show. They wouldn't be addressing racism. What's up?
No, does he address that he's black?
Nothing. No. He's just a character.
His race never. I take that back.
Another character.
It comes up in the most minor of ways, but not in a way that is like addressing anything.
Right.
So, because I want to piggyback to your Air Force analogy and stuff like that, because there's also like an inverse that used to irritate me, right? Where, like you said, like, well, the black person will become the butt of the joke, but the black person that will participate in that, like, a dude will never come just from a nice home, nice neighborhood. Every black dude that I ever met, well, not every, but like a majority, that will, like in the military, they always come from the hoodest of hoods. They always survive the morals, like the worst of the worst. And then like I knew a kid that used to talk about how he was from Compton until he met his parents, and his parents were like not only never stepped in Compton, they were very well off.
Like
so he was just doing shit. Like, yeah, exactly. So the shit. Every time I hear situations like this, I'm like, okay, but does the character at least acknowledge their, I guess, the fact that he's black?
It's not a thing, and I get why writers would avoid it, but it's just it comes off as unrealistic to me because I've lived that world. You know what I mean? Paris Hills, he knows exactly. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I be in the Navy. I'm sure there's a million the swimming in black people thing. I'm sure it gets old as fuck. But here's.
Do you play Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah.
What's that? Mm-hmm. Did it bother you with the black character there? Because there was a scene there, like with him, where like everybody in the camp was unaware of the racism, and he brought it up like, oh yeah, back where I was from, they were a little. It was like he basically said like they were a little mean to me. And they were like, oh cool, I can't see that happening. Why would they do that? He goes like, oh, because I'm black. And they were like, nah, that doesn't happen here. And then that was like the last conversation. and I was like, in that period, you know what I mean? I don't care how cool you think Arthur Morgan is or John Marston, it would have been a little right. Like, I mean, that dude would have been.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Well, it just my whole thing with it is just the fact that, like, yes, you can tell black stories, and they don't have to be about struggle. They don't have to be about being a rapper or being a drug addict or a drug dealer or being a slave or being an athlete. There's tons of black stories out there. My whole thing is that like I also feel like okay, here's probably not the best example in the world, but the game Alan Wake 2 has a black lead in it. Not a black story.
Well, because of DEI though. So
that's a sorry. That's my bad. Wait. No, it's a DEI and it's a ESG because there was very likely because
they had a loan.
They got a loan from the Jews, the Jewish space lasers, and
the NIG is also a big part of this, the non-inclusive group.
Because you know it always. First off, it always comes back to the one thing, and the one thing only. It's the only thing that it ever is.
Too many niggas.
That's what it always is. That's what it always is. It's always that. It's never anything else. It's never anything else but that. It's what it always is. But no, the thing that I was really wanting to really hit at though was it's just the fact that yes, we can tell black stories. And I'm perfect. I'm all for that. I'm all for black authenticity and all that entails. But if someone came to me from Marvel or DC and said, hey, like case point, if DC came to me and said, hey, Blerd, we really like your channel. We like your ideas. You have a lot of insight. Man, we would really love it if you came on to write a Green Lantern book. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, that'd be totally cool. But here's the thing. We know you love John Stewart. We know that's your favorite Green Lantern, but we actually want you to write Kyle Rayner.
And
I would not be like, I would be disappointed in so much as that, man, John Stewart is my favorite Green Lantern, but would I turn down the opportunity to write Kyle Rayner? No.
Right.
I would write the fuck out of that shit and I would find ways to sneak John Stewart in there. But if someone said, hey, if Marvel came to me and said, hey, Blerd, we know you're a Captain Marvel super fan. How would you like to write the next Captain Marvel story? We're going to give you 15 issues and real generous runway with the opportunity to write more if the opportunity arises. I would be like, sign me the fuck up. I would write the fuck out of it. Now, would I sneak in some Monica Rambeau? Of course, I would.
She'll be in the cover. She'll be in the cover.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I would find ways to sneak that motherfucker in there. But no, like if someone came to me and said, "Hey, like hell, if Dynamite came to me and said, "Hey, Blerd, we really want you to write, we want you to write here. I'm just pick some out ether. We know you love Red Sonja. Yeah, I'll fucking write Red Sonja." The thing is, it's not like it doesn't like for me. It's all about writing what I want to write. Like
That's
right. I don't always want are there okay, as a kid.
But to flip it, if they were being like, hey, we want you to write Green Lantern, and you said, okay, all right, I'm listening. Which one? And they went, John Stewart, of course.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I would accept it.
I'm mad, but that's dope.
No, that would, and I'm not gonna lie, that would be my exact response. I'd be like, is this because I'm black? Like, I would actually say, I would ask, I'd be like, y'all, like, let me get this straight. Y'all want me to write John Stewart just because I'm black? I would say that. Now, if they, and honestly, if they said, well, yeah, kinda, and I'd be like, I respect it. Like, I would do it. I would still do it. If someone came to me and said, hey, Blerd, we want you to write a cloak and, like, no dagger, just cloak. Just cloak.
Just cloak.
Hey,
no dagger.
We got a white writer for dagger. Don't worry about that.
But here's the thing though. What if I want to write dagger too though? Like what if, okay, let me ask this. What if I want to write Spider-Man?
What if I want
Miles Morales?
Yeah. Oh no, I want to write Peter Parker. And they if I
use Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Like it's like I want to write Spider-Man. So okay, cool. And then you start writing Peter Parker. It's like, wait, you said Spider-Man. I thought you meant, Miles Morales, the one with the fade, right?
Don't let Nerd Rodder hear this conversation.
Oh yeah. but here's the thing though. This is why we specify names though. It's because we wanted, because here's the thing. If you told me I could write Green Lantern, there's so many Green Lanterns I could pick from. I could pick Hal Jordan. I could pick Guy Gardner. I could pick John Stewart. I could pick Kyle Rayner. I could pick Simon Baz or Jessica Cruz or Joe Mullen. There's like 6 different Lanterns that I could. And hell, there's probably a couple of Alan Scott. I could pick Alan Scott. But the thing is, I like to know these things. But no, the thing is, yes, I want to be able to write whatever I want to write. Not, I don't want to be. I wouldn't want anyone to pigeonhole me to just be, oh yeah, Blerd Without Fear. He's a guy who writes just the black books.
Right.
You know
he
that
can't
would be the
write
hardest
the
thing
other
for me to
ones.
support. Because I can imagine you telling me, hey, yo, guys, great fucking news. By the way, you don't talk like this. But you're like, hey, I just got picked up to write Green Lantern. I'm like, fuck yeah. And he was like, something weird happened though. It's John Stewart, and they made this weird thing because I was black. And I'll be like, fuck them guys. When does the book release though?
Yeah. Wait, when the book drop though? When the book drop?
I was like, I don't like them. Fuck them. I want my money's going to you. As a matter of fact, just give me a PDF. And I'll just pay you directly.
I mean, to be fair, I would. I would totally write the Chipmunk Green Lantern. I would write the Chipmunk Green Lantern. I would totally do that too. But no, like that. But that's kind of my point. And like, it was a video that Robo sent me that kind of spoke to me a little bit in this regard.
Started at 116.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that too, because you guys will hear me pull it up, but the chat will not. I don't think the chat will hear it. I don't think.
Man.
Or maybe they
chat,
will.
If you hear it, ignore it. If you hear it, you didn't.
Yeah, right? Here, there you go. You said it starts at what, 116?
116 is good, yeah.
Okay, here, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so so to set this up, to set this up, this is a video. Some of you know, was it Quinta Brunson, the woman who writes Abbott Elementary? She got famous for being like ridiculously funny on Instagram and Vine and shit back in the day.
Money.
And first of all, I just want to say Abbott Elementary is undefeated. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, she changed the game with television, and she said something in this interview that was very it spoke to me for a lot of reasons. And we're gonna play that. Here, I'm gonna unmute this and we'll go into it here. Let's yeah, here we go. Bam. Look at that. Let's see. Does it let me unmute that.
Start at BuzzFeed. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
No, I'm telling you, I still trip when I see her because I remember her on, like, I think it was College Humor, like, videos. Like, she was a YouTuber. She was like a comedian, like up and comer YouTuber, small skits. And I'm like no. Like, I was
just gonna say her catchphrase, like, he has money. That was her thing.
Yeah. And then she's just bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Dude, she
it's gonna be me one day. I'm manifesting.
Yeah.
That's gonna be who?
That's gonna be me one day. I'm manifesting.
I mean, but that's the thing though. Like, like she's goals.
Yeah,
she's
100%.
goals. Like, dude, I would love to be half as successful as her. To be able to take something that I did, like working for BuzzFeed, doing like Vine videos and Instagram videos and YouTube videos. If I could take that and like leverage it into a fucking career like what she's had, dude. I would be acting a whole fool.
Awesome.
I'd be acting a whole goddamn fool. Don't even play. But I want to play. Basically, what's going on here is like I said, she's doing this interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and the topic comes up of like the types of stories that she wants to tell.
Yeah. And what's after Abbott Elementary? What are we doing?
So here, let's go through it. Like I said, it should pull up for everybody.
What's interesting with making Abbott is.
Oh wait, hold up. Wait a minute. I
Wait a
don't
minute.
want
I thought I was finished.
to. I don't want to monitor this. So here, let me. It was one of those things. It's kind of it's just reminding me the thing that I learned why like everything was doubled up. Monitor off. Okay, there you go. Okay, now let's try this again. What she just said
And
right
not
there.
a black dinosaur.
Not a black dinosaur. Not a black dinosaur.
Just a dinosaur.
Just fucking dinosaur. And that's the thing. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. I don't like. I would want to like. Yeah, I want to write black stories. I want to write black characters. I want to write black authenticity, and I want to share experiences that I feel that are authentically black, that black people can read and be like, dude, that part right there that you wrote, talking about this part right here, dude, that spoke to me. But I also want other people who aren't black to be able to read it and get something out of it too. But also at the same time, I still want to be able to reach that black audience that like where it's like the, if you know, you know, like I still want that to be a thing. But at the same time,
I think it shows range to be able to do both, right?
Right.
I think that's why Jordan Peele is so amazing. Like, okay, like Get Out, next level, bro, you know, just set the standard. Dude he came out swinging. Get Out, got it,
done.
But then it's like, okay, when he dropped Note, it was like, it's him telling you, he's like, don't tell me what to do. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, and it's still gonna be amazing. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be amazing. If you wanted to do a book, right? Because I know the story you're writing, right? You know, you let me read it, and that one doesn't. I mean, unless you go a different direction, that's not a black story. But if you did want to write a black story, you know what I mean? Maybe you want to write a, you know, I mean, I've thought about writing. I've thought about writing like a book about like my life as a non-Spanish speaking Latino, you know what I mean? Like I thought about like doing something on that and like my identity, right? And so that would be something. But if I do that, it's because I want to do that. You know what I mean? And if I don't want to do that, then I could, you know, exactly like she said, this is a dinosaur.
I really want you to write that book. I want that book to become a New York Times bestseller. And I want that book to go so international that when they poured it in Spanish, the motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're reading.
Well, here's the thing. I think I think that those things are important. I feel that those things are important. I feel that we should be able to tell the stories we want to tell without any expectation. Without any expectation. Like, like I want to be allowed to be able to write the things I want to write, but not necessarily have the scrutiny of, well, but it wasn't black enough for me though. Like, I don't want that to be a thing. Like you to kind of, you know, and I want to finish the rest of this video, you know, as well, but you know, to kind of something that I kind of forgot to mention earlier is that, you know, when people say that I don't put black people on, that I don't promote black voices, I want those people to really sit back and think about that, because I do a lot of videos about X-Men. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't really take into consideration. I'm very vocal about black creators. And maybe I don't do as many videos about them, but I try to, in my own way, uplift them when I can. Matter of fact, there's a couple of interviews I have literally sitting on my to-edit pile of two different people. One who is a young brother coming up that has done work for Milestone and for DC, for Image, for Dark Horse, and has something really cool cooking. And I talked to him over the weekend, and that interview will be coming out soon. I've also got a young Korean woman who's going to be coming on to talk about, hers is not a creator-owned thing, but like she's going to be writing Thundercats Chitara, and I'm talking to her and having a great conversation. But
have you thought about like not doing that and doing like more black people?
Yeah. Well, so it's funny you say that. There's a young lady who is a young black woman who is doing some animation stuff, and I'm bringing her on to talk about that. And it's like I said, I like to uplift. I want to uplift people. I like the idea of uplifting people. And if people can't accept that I want that I want to do that I do that. Hell, I talked to the guy who I want to make this clear. I didn't even know this dude was going to be writing Storm at the time that I asked him for an interview. He didn't even ask me for one. Murray Ayadeli, he didn't ask me for an interview. He sent me, him and Doton Akande, they sent me their first issue of Akugun, Brutalizer of Gods. They were not asking me for an interview. They simply just asked me what I thought about it. And I liked it so much that I asked them to be on my channel for an interview. I did not know Moreo at the time was going to be writing Storm, so it wasn't even me like trying to, set something up for down the road. It was literally, I didn't find out till after the fact. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I promote Black voices. There's there are some people in this chat right now who I propped up. So but the thing is,
there's people on the screen that you've propped up.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, that's another story altogether. But yeah, But I mean, but that's also kind of my point. Like, you can look no further than this live stream you're watching right now. Like, did I have to do a second live stream, where I brought people on that were, Black and brown? Did I have to? I didn't have to. I could have literally made my second live stream just me and nobody else but me. But no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give people opportunities. And I like giving people opportunities to do something they want to do. So yeah, I always find it very disingenuous when people say that. When they say that about me, it lets me know that they actually don't follow my channel. Like, they may claim to be a fan, they may claim to follow me for a long time, but it lets me know that I was one of those people that if you did follow me, you hit the sub button, but you don't actually watch my videos.
Right.
Like,
and to bring it back to this right here, to what Quinton's talking about, you shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to. That the expectation should not be there. Well,
and you know what? And I want to let her finish cooking because, like I said, I'm not gonna. I don't want to make it sound like I just got absolutely positively fucking emotional when I watched this video, but I mean, it did make me feel. It made me feel
it speaks
validated. Yeah, exactly. It made me feel like, you know what? Maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe I'm not crazy, but yeah, let's let her finish cooking, and then we can kind of wrap it up. We'll do our we'll do our little special segment because this is one that's gonna speak very near and dear to my heart.
Do we need to say Elite X1's race when now, considering that people say that you don't promote Black people, so we just gotta.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Look, man, Elite X1 he's a whole brother.
All you gotta do is hear him talk. Some people look. I hate to be that guy, but if you don't know Elite X1's Black, then you might have this the thing muted.
Right.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I get it, and I will agree with you. But I've been surprised a couple times in life when I thought somebody was
especially only Louisianans. Them Bayou people. I'm like, oh shit, Louisianians. I don't know. I just made that up.
I mean,
I just say swamp people.
I'm gonna say Louisianites. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that's another thing. Friend of the channel, Antoine Mitchell. I did not have to share an art piece that he did the other day, which I will share. He is also Black. And I'll share it here.
Antoine.
But yeah,
Black or French.
It's like, yeah, he's either Black or both. You never know. But like, he did, but no, he did an art piece that I made sure that Gail Simone saw because it was inspired by the Uncanny X-Men that she's doing. And I didn't have to. I did it because I fucking wanted to.
I do what I want, bitch.
Passion recognizes passion. When I see people are passionate to do something, I want to work with them.
Yeah.
I want to help.
By the way, speaking of elitist one, don't go anywhere
Mhm.
because we got another indie video coming up after this segment. And let me tell y'all something. Shit looks dope.
It does
Only
actually.
his Only his ass.
like no bullshit. I think that was actually the first thing I said when Robo showed me the clip. I was like, yeah, I'm already buying this. I was like, I'm already gonna go buy this.
I'm a AAA simp. I'm a AAA simp like nobody's business. But I saw that one. I was like, man, that's pretty tight. That's pretty tight.
You know what, man? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could be swayed. Yeah,
I was right here.
he's like
no. But you buy it to support or you buy it to play. There's a difference.
No. That's what I'm saying. It looked dope to play.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I might not buy it, but
it's like about
I'll send you a code.
I was gonna say, was it Black Comic Lords? Hit me up sometime. Yeah. Well, my email's out there. Like, if y'all ever want me to do like if y'all ever want me to do a guest spot with y'all, let me know. I'll do it.
Look, Black Comic Lords. He's not gonna. He's too humble to tell you. But the only thing he responds to is bullying on Twitter. Like, if you come on there and like try to like pull his black card, that's the easiest way to get into his good side.
You didn't even have to try. You didn't even have to try that hard. You just gotta say something like, "Hey, you don't sound black," and then boom, interactions, mentions.
I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm not a hard guy to reach out to. I mean, I will admit, I am.
He is a hard guy, though.
I suck at correspondence, but like if I see it, I try to answer. Like, I will say, it sounds like humble bragging. A lot of people reach out to me on a daily basis. I try to respond to everything. But yeah, like I said, if you ever want to do a guest spot, or if you ever want to come on, all you gotta do is hit me up. I like it. There's no secret handshake. There's no secret like, oh man, there's the right ratio of words or anything like that. All you gotta do is ask. I'm not like some cipher. No pun intended. Like that you have to try and solve before you can like get my attention. I'm a pretty easy dude. So, but yeah,
to be fair, he gets spotted at a very local production of the Melanay Timeline. A couple years later, Nerds of Culture.
Hey, I'm just saying.
It can happen to you.
and no bullshit. No bullshit.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, no. I'm being dead ass here. No bullshit. The reason why I'm friends with these guys to this day, one day they reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to be on our show?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And we have been cool ever since. so I'm just saying. Everything. You never know. You never fucking know. But when I say not just internet friends, we are friends.
Yeah.
Like whole ass friends.
Personal phone numbers and everything.
Yeah. like I think I would dare say
it works out better that way.
Well, yeah, I think that it was natural, it was organic, and it was it just
I say black enough.
It was black and it was black enough. It really was black enough. But no. Let's finish the rest of this video, and then we're gonna go and do Elite X1's deal, and I'll show y'all a little piece of art, and we'll go from there. Let's do. But yeah, like that's pretty much like that's it. That's it. Like everything that was said here is I can't say it any more perfectly. I don't know how to say it more perfectly than that. She said,
well, here, let me do it then.
No, he's like, I got you. No, This motherfucker. Well, no, I want to say real quick because we do have something I want to make sure we don't forget. We got a tip here from Jasmine with the $5. Says Black stories can be happy, uplifting, funny, etc. But a lot of Black stories in history are about struggle. I've started to learn to get more comfortable with both being true at once, and that's the thing. You can like, and that's kind of the to go back to a little bit of the point that like. That's what I would like to see more of. It's not that I have OD'd on Black stories. I have OD'd on the struggle portion of it. But the thing is, I like seeing, case in point, American Fiction. It's a story about a guy he's not from the streets. He's not in a struggle. He comes from a fairly affluent family. And I thought that was so cool to see. Like, you mentioned Us earlier. You know what I loved about that? Is that the family wasn't stereotypical. Like, I mean, yeah, they felt authentically Black, but like there was no, I mean, outside of them like trying not to die, there was no like, you know, systemic struggle. Like I thought that was cool.
Right.
I thought that was like, and
you start seeing that more often.
Dude, what was it?
Blackening?
No, yeah, blackening. There was no.
They're college friends. They're not friends from when I was in jail or like, oh, back when we used to run the block, you know, shit,
me and little
college friends, yes,
like it was cool. It was just cool to see a bunch of Black folks that existed. They didn't. And not only that, they came from a bunch of different backgrounds. Like they weren't all exactly the same people. But I'll tell you what I don't like. And I've talked about this publicly. I've talked about this publicly. I did not like watching Them. For those who know what I'm talking about,
that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, Them is a TV series that is on Amazon Prime. The second season I do like. So basically, for those who don't know, it's an anthology, or not anthology, but well, yes, it's an anthology, but in the way that American Horror Story is an anthology, where each season is a completely different story.
It's in the same world, though.
Same world, but completely different story. The first season is basically Black trauma porn. That's basically what it is. It's too much. It's too much. And I actually watched all of it. So I know what I'm talking about here. I could never watch that shit again. Like, it was just too much.
Right.
The second season is not like that. And I think it's because they heard the criticisms that people had about it, that it was Black trauma porn. And I think I even remember the showrunner openly saying that they dialed it back because they saw how people just were not crazy about it. So but that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I don't need everything to be Them the first season. I don't need that. I don't want that.
Yeah. I think the wifey saw it, right, and she saw both seasons. She tried to explain to me what the first season was, and I was like,
it's like
I can't do it because it actually pisses me off. Right? Like I remember When They See Us was like everybody was talking about When They See Us, the docuseries about the Exonerated 5, right? And I saw half an episode and I was like, nope, I can't do it because it's generally pissing me off. It's causing something inside me that I don't have the mental strength to consume content like that. So when we talk about stuff like the blackening, Nope, Us, you know what I mean? It's actually refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hell, even this is gonna be a weird example, but even Jordan Peele's Candyman was also refreshing.
Yeah, because it wasn't trauma porn in the same way that like it addressed blackness.
You had your cathartic. You had your. Okay, we get to kill them though.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like, you know what I mean? How often does that happen? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool. Awesome. I'm rooting for Candyman. Let's go.
I was like, let's do it. But that's kind of my point. Like, yeah, it's good. It's an okay thing to have, but I think it needs to be done responsibly. It needs to be created and crafted responsibly. And I think you only get that when you have people involved who actually care. Like, okay, just because a person is Black or a creative is Black, that it doesn't mean that they're absolutely positively the right person to be telling a story. maybe they might be too heavy-handed with the
100%.
message. Like in that case
Well,
of them.
they might not be able to relate either, by the way.
Also,
there is an authenticity. Imagine if I was picked up, right? Because there's an artist, there's a really I live in Savannah, so the SCAD is here, Savannah College of Arts and Design, right? So it's a pretty big thing with shit. Imagine if like somebody's like, hey, I want to do something about Puerto Rican colonization, like how the United States has affected Puerto Rican culture on the island. I might have to pass that one up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not that kind of Puerto Rican.
No. I even said it. This is a private conversation I had with my artist, Quinn McGowan, who's working with me on my project. We were talking about Blood Syndicate, the comic at Milestone, and now as much as I love Blood Syndicate, you couldn't get me to write it. I would love to write it, but like I wouldn't take, like if someone, like if Reggie Hudlin came to me tomorrow and said, hey, Blerd, you're really knowledgeable about the Blood Syndicate, but you want to write it? I would say no. I would draw it, but I wouldn't write it.
I'm gonna say, can I say something?
Go ahead,
don't
shoot.
be mad at me.
Go ahead, shoot.
You a lying ass. You right the motherfucker.
Well, no. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't though. I would be flattered, but I would not accept the job because that wasn't my lifestyle. Well, or I tell you what. Here's what I'd do. The only way I would write it is if I co-wrote it. With someone who actually had that experience, who actually knew how to write that experience. That's the only way. I'd be like, hey, look.
You know what you could do? You can do method acting, go join a gang.
Yeah. Or no, wait. Can I do like in the movie American Fiction? Can I take on a pseudonym and be like, yeah, man, see, I'm from the streets. I just got done doing a 12-year bid, man. Yeah, man.
Just like Prison Mike. Just act like Prison Mike from The Office.
Be like, yeah, see what y'all don't know about me. Yeah. See, no. Blerd Without Fear ain't right. He too pussy to be writing this.
Yeah.
But see, no, man. I'm actually friends with Blerd Without Fear. Yeah, my name is Little Pistol Starter, man. Yeah. See, y'all. Yeah, I'm straight off the streets, bruh. Yeah, man. See, I just
Time out.
I just did two 10s.
Why didn't you do that? Should be a mini series, right?
I mean, it could be.
That could be a mini series, bro. Like, and
Jordan Peele and they already did it.
They already did it. First of all, nothing's original. Blerd had his own little sazon to that shit. I feel like it will take off.
Yeah, little prison sazon on it. Yeah. See, but see, I would never show who I was. I would always be like, if I ever did like I would be like in a dark room, like completely overshadowed. You wouldn't be able to see it'd just be like a silhouette. And
like you're hiding yourself with the voice detector thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah, man. See, the FBI is out here looking for me, man. So yeah, man, I can't be out here in the streets, man. They trying to get me.
If the Latin Kings knew I was still alive, they would come find me. There's actually no place on earth. I'm wanted by 3 different cartels.
Yeah,
man. Expose is like, this motherfucker grew up in the suburb and base housing his whole life. What the fuck?
Bruh, dude, let me tell you something. They'd be like, man, this dude don't even talk black. Like, I just gave you the free skit, man. Go ahead, take that, man. Take that.
There it is.
But no, man, that's like, that would be my cap. That would be like my I guess what they call like a rider. That would be my rider. I'd be like, I would have to be able to bring on somebody who is more knowledgeable of that lifestyle to at the very least consult. Like, we were joking about Sweet Baby earlier. I would want Sweet Baby to come along and be like, hey, here is someone who actually knows about gang culture, gang life, and they're gonna consult. Kind of like the same way that if you ever played like the Yakuza games or what's now known as Like a Dragon, they consult with people who actually are a part of the Yakuza on those games. So they are they consult. They consult.
No. But they're cool as fuck too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, like they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we'll help you.
Yeah. Oh no.
Wait, ignore the missing pinky. Look.
Yeah. But no, like I that's what I would do. I would want it's something like that where I could be like, hey, does this? I want this to be as authentic as humanly possible. Would this happen, or would this be and kind of even to a finer point, when I did the interview with David Rucker and Wally McNair, that was kind of why the two of them wrote that book together, because while David Rucker has more knowledge about being in the military and being ex-military, Wally McNair has more experience with street life. And that's why they were able to marry those two to get those experiences together to write a cohesive story. And that's what I would do. I would, at the very least, want someone to consult with me, but if I had my preference, I would rather someone write it with me that could,
what's crazy?
Give me
I
just
realized what happened. Ernie just needs to lose the glasses, wear a wife beater, sweats, and Timbs, and he'll look the part anyway.
Yeah.
And then I imagined that, and I just realized, why does Ernie look like Ghostface? Ernie Loki looks like Ghostface Killer.
Hey, look, if you give me if you give me time, yo, he's like this motherfucker. He's about to pull it up. He's about to pull it. Wait, hold on.
He's ruined everything about me. Cream. Hey.
$100 bills, y'all.
I just pulled up the picture, and the picture that came up, I was like, because Ernie was just happened to be like profile view, and the first picture that came out is Ghostface like this. I'm like, oh shit!
I'm saying,
wait a minute, wait. Let me. Can I get the beanie out? Can I get the beanie? If I get the beanie out, man, you think I can do it?
Him today? That's not the Picasso. Hold on.
Hold on. I got you.
Can I get the beanie out? Here, send it to me. I'll pull it up. Send it to me. I'll pull it up.
This is the one I saw.
Bingo. That's it. Literally.
Oh, he got me. He got me.
I haven't read as to what I was gonna say.
Dude, wait. He got me.
That one you pulled up is Ghostface will be mad at you for putting that shit. I'm like, no,
oh yeah, he probably would hate.
Age, man. All people age.
Look, he would hate my guts. So let me. Can I turn like this, Lisa? Hold on.
See, look at that. That's Ernie. That's Ernie. Right there.
Yeah. Wait. Or is this like? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got me. You know, we've never seen me and Ghostface kill in the same place before, so.
True.
Just saying. Oh, but no. Let's do our. I do want to, since we are showing images. I do want to pull up. I want to pull up a just a thing, little thing, real quick, just to kind of show that I'm out here for my peoples. But let's see. Can I?
You guys actually got me thinking, because both of you guys mentioned something that somebody approached you to write, produce, that y'all wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm thinking like, what would be my thing? So I would be like, hey, Chris,
same woke as fuck, same. When he pulled that up, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm thinking somebody else.
So this is my homie Antoine Mitchell who did this. This was a picture he did for it's the new upcoming Uncanny X-Men roster, because he's from Louisiana and they're gonna be based out of Louisiana. He wanted to do the Uncanny Crawfish Boil, and this is what you get. It's just Nightcrawler and his Bamfs stealing all the liquor and all the crawfish, and There's no beignets yet, but yeah, we'll get to that. There's gonna be one of those. He's already told me as much. But Jubilee's got like the Saints Cup over there chilling. Yeah, everybody's kind of doing their thing, but like I just thought it was really cool. And Gail Simone really liked it. She thought it was really awesome. So I thought that was pretty damn cool.
You know what? I'm gonna ruin the whole vibe. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't eat a lot of shellfish. I was in a weird church when I was little, and we had Jewish eating rules.
And
I don't really want to go into it right now, but it was a weird church, and so growing up, I didn't really have a lot of shellfish. It was like we didn't leave until I was like in my early teens, right? So I've never had a crawfish boil. I've never been to crawfish boil. I'll eat like a piece of shrimp or lobster, but because it wasn't a part of my appetite, I just like it's not nasty to me. It's just like God, I prefer beef, chicken, and regular shit. And
No,
I'm
I
like,
totally get you.
but
I
I'm
don't
like,
even like crawfish meat, if I'm being brutally honest. So
okay,
I
so
don't mud bug.
I saw a video of
bro.
one. I saw one, and let me tell you all something. I hope. Nah, I don't care if I'm invited to the cookout. You know me. If you follow me on the internet, you know I'm showing up anyway. Look, they pour the motherfuckers in alive.
yeah.
I didn't like seeing that. That was fucked up. That kind of fucked me up a little bit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, bro? Alive, man. And I'm like, man, that shouldn't sit right with me. You better fucking no. I leave.
Yeah.
Go to the next.
So I'm assuming no lobster for you either, huh?
There's a way to do that's the thing that gets me. We don't have to go off on a tangent,
Yeah.
but there's a way to humanely do it.
I like lobster, but it doesn't like me.
Lobster, you just push it right before you're ready to cook it, right? Because I know it's supposed to stay alive. There's a place to cut. You cut right down the top of the head. Boom, chop it down. It's dead. Plop it in the thing immediately. You don't gotta cook that motherfucker alive.
No,
I'm saying.
I'm not, hear me out. You can still come to the cookout.
there you go.
Well,
There
if I
you
see some shit like that, I'm grabbing a burger and leaving.
go. Yeah, hey, look, just let me know when them hot dogs and hamburgers is done.
You know what kills me about this shit? That his principle only extent is like, fuck you guys. That's fucked up. I needed to go play though.
Yeah. Look, hey, CE I'm with you. I'm not vegan. I'm not. This is not like vegan hour. All I know is if someone showed me them dipping a whole ass cow in a giant boiling vat of oil, I wouldn't want to eat burgers either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would still eat, but my appetite would go down. I wouldn't eat as much.
Yeah, I would eat.
like instead of putting 3 burgers on my plate, I put 2.
Man, I'll eat it slow. I'll be like, man, I feel. Yeah, no, of course I'm gonna have seconds, but I'm still upset about the way you killed this thing.
I mean, I just want mine a little.
Shit.
I just want mine a little less cooked. That's all.
Man.
But no.
Go ahead. Let's go.
No. I was gonna say no. I'm allergic to shellfish, so that's why I don't.
Okay.
I know.
So's man-eater, but she eats that shit anyway.
See, that's the thing.
It makes it my problem.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have done recently. I'll just take some Benadryl before I do it. Is be like, all right. But let's hand the floor over to. Oh wait, what you got? You are muted.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get it. Spit. He's spitting. Yeah.
I cannot hear you.
Yep. I stay agreeing with him.
Oh no. He's like, wait a second. What's funny because he opened his mouth and I thought I heard him, but it was you. I was like,
There it is.
wait, I still don't hear
I'm
you.
playing.
I was very confused. I was like, oh, wait, there. Oh, now we can hear him. Yeah, there he is. Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's Discord, dude. I keep forgetting, dude.
The moment has passed. My feelings are hurt. Let's just move on.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna hand the floor over to Elite X1, and yeah.
That laugh though.
What's up, everybody? It's the Elite X1 on the Nerds and Culture podcast, and this week's indie game recommendation is Dawn of the Monsters by 13 AM Games. You ever wanted to kick ass and cause mass destruction across a cityscape with a giant rampaging monster? Well, this kaiju and tokusatsu-centric beat-em-up game is definitely going to fit the bill. It's got a diverse selection of kaiju and heroes, along with fully destructible environments, a skill-based combo system, huge boss battles, brutal executions, and roguelike elements that allow persistent character customization across the stages. The game has a manga and anime style story mode that's complemented by artwork inspired by the legendary Hellboy artist Mike Mignola. And if all that wasn't enough, there's 2-player couch co-op so you can rampage with a friend. Make no mistake, Dawn of the Monsters slaps harder than Godzilla slapped Kong atop that boat.
He said, top that boat. Country ass.
And if you're a fan of these genres, you're damn sure missing out on Dawn of the Monsters.
Woo!
Okay,
This
so
is
yeah,
dope.
that's I'm getting it. That's it. I'm getting it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
I already got
Whoever
it.
edited that shit is like, man, they put
Dude, man, them motherfuckers put it. Yeah,
it was
dude.
good. It's like it looked kind of pro actually. Like
Yeah.
it was like you see it like IGN or something.
Dude, I feel like man, dude, honestly, man, I feel like that could have been you, man. That could have been you.
I dabble.
He's like,
dabble.
I'm not giving you flowers this week either.
He's like, well, this motherfucker was me.
Oh, shit.
But no, dude, I thought that was fantastic. For those, yeah, Dawn of the Monsters. I actually, I picked it. It made me realize how few Tokusatsu inspired games there actually are.
Yeah.
Except from Rampage. What else?
Well, there's a game called Chroma Squad that's like it's not Power Rangers inspired, Super Sentai inspired. It's more in that vein. But yeah, there just aren't as many, and what few there are, like there's so few and far between. But yeah, this actually really just grabbed my attention. It reminded me a lot of like old school like Ultraman and like a lot of like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai type stuff. So like you had me at that, and then the rest of it was just icing on the cake. That said, that is the show, ladies and gentlemen, and MBs. I think that was I think we had a good one. I think we had a very good one. I'm sorry we started.
That was dope.
Yeah, we started a little late, but you know we got there eventually, and we're here. And we got to bare our souls. We got to discover the Black experience is more than just the sum of its parts. It's all encompassing. It contains multitudes. And I think that at the end of the day, if the question still remains to you, are you Black enough? Well, I think the answer is it don't fucking matter. You know.
Especially if you're not Black.
Yes, yeah. If you're not Black, then most certainly. But if you are, you know what? I don't care if you're a quarter Black, half Black, whatever. You're Black enough for me.
Ambiguous.
Yeah, racially ambiguous. You know what? I say, you know what? Even better. You know, because you're probably going to be treated some kind of way anyway. So I feel like your space is here. And I think we even had a nice little heart-to-heart about making sure that we make room, and allow our LGBTQIA plus brothers, sisters, and MBs to be in our space as well, because our space is their space. And I know I ride a little too hard for them. I know. But I ride for everybody. So there you go. That's my inclusion rider. That's my inclusion rider. But anyway,
and if you white,
yeah,
you cool too, I guess.
Yeah, you know
Susan
what?
Turpin, king of the cool white ones.
Yeah, you can still hang with us. You can still hang with us.
Can they come to the cookout? And if they do, are they allowed to bring a dish? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I might skip it.
Well, I bet you they'll show up with frozen crawdads. Not throw them in there alive, all scrambling, screaming and shit.
No, not me. That's just what I imagine. But no, if you enjoyed any modicum of this, you're already here, so you probably already know who I am. But if you enjoyed this on any level, make sure you go check out the links in the description. Make sure you go follow Robo over at twitch.tv/leftfacetv. Make sure you go follow him over on the YouTubes as well. Make sure you go follow Cypher at Just Chris Cypher on both YouTube and TikTok. Cypher World over on Twitch. And probably I'm probably forgetting some places because he's everywhere. He's also on IG. I believe you're still on IG, aren't you?
I'm everywhere. If you blink twice, I will appear.
There you
Speaking
go.
Speaking of Nerds of Culture, check out nerdsofculture.pod on Instagram and Threads, and Nerds of Culture on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because that this is a thing. And yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that was there. I knew that.
Yeah. We said at the beginning, I forgot some places. It's all good.
No. That boy good. I'm sorry. Look, man. I fuck up sometimes, okay? Leave me alone. But that's it. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I just thought about something. I missed some super chats earlier. I'm kind of mad at myself. We had some super chats earlier. You know what? Some of them were for earlier in the day. We had one from Damaris Love, two actually. One $4.99 and one $9.99. So there's I was not raised in South Carolina to Southern Baptist family. You don't says oh wait, actually, I see what happened. I was born and raised in South Carolina to Southern Baptist family. You don't get more black than that. And then we also got one from Don Heim that I think was like right when we were still in the countdown that I missed. I'm so sorry about that. With the $2 says late. Let me talk to the manager. Where Carter at? So yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any of those. I'm actually glad that I looked. In here, that I checked before we mobbed out. But I want to say thank you to everyone for the support and love. This will be up on the podcast side of things for too long. I try to get them up by the end of the weekend. And yeah, I hope y'all have a fantastic, safe, and wonderful rest of the week until I see you guys on Saturday for the Blerd Cave. That said, for myself, or actually for Robo, for Cypher, I am the Blerd without fear. And all you hotep ass, hating ass, I ain't black enough for you ass motherfuckers out there, you can go to hell.